team support.
Kalea is a straightforward girl, and that trait is evident in her fighting style. She uses her fists and tail head-on without tricks or deceit. Her animations and effects emphasize the power of the Great Serpent, such as her healing appearing as little serpents. Her first skill's Water Zone has elements of both rock and water, to highlight her bond with Badang and Kadita.
Since Kalea's ultimate has her body-slamming enemies like a high-flying wrestler, we explored various ways to make the move more impactful and dramatic. In designing Kalea's in-match animations, we used big water splash effects to enhance the impact of her tail strikes and highlight the dynamic motion of her tail and the power of her punches. The scenery in her main interface background visualizes the iconic ocean waves, like giant ocean waves repeatedly crashing into the cliff, carving it over time, as another symbol of Kalea's strength.
We wanted Kalea's healing and power to feel rooted in her island home and her mentors, Badang and Kadita. Though blessed with a lineage of the Great Serpent, Kalea is also a teenager trying to find herself. Her journey includes a rebellious phase, rejecting her human form, followed by a powerful awakening through self-acceptance. In her animated trailer, we highlight her journey of self-discovery with 3 key moments when she looks at her hands, from rejection to acceptance to fully embracing herself to unlock her true power. Throughout the trailer, we used many first-person shots to give players a better sense of immersion. The final scene with the sea monster has multiple layers of significance. Through Kalea's perspective, stylized visuals show that she's not just defeating the sea monster, but also overcoming her nightmare of never becoming the Great Serpent.
For Kalea's theme song, it had to capture her personality. The music arrangement portrays her growth, starting with flowing melodies that depict her carefreeness in the Vonidus Sea. The orchestral section symbolizes her inner development and the harmony she achieves as she masters her power. And that is Kalea's unique charm.
We hope to explore more fascinating cultures in MLBB's future hero designs. We hope you enjoy Kalea, the descendant of the Great Serpent, and use her power to protect your allies just as she does. After all, with the power to smash into enemy lines and peel attackers off your carry, what can't she do?
Hello everyone, and welcome to another patch preview. Today we're thrilled to showcase a ton of new content coming in the new update, so let's jump right in. New hero, Kalea! This descendant of the Great Serpent from the Vonidus Sea is here to make a splash. As a roaming support fighter hybrid, Kalea's core gameplay involves healing her team by attacking enemies and body slamming opponents around to create a unique close combat experience for the support role. We can't wait to see the amazing plays you'll make with her. This patch also includes a number of balance changes, many of which came directly from your feedback. We are committed to listening to our community and will keep fine-tuning game balance in future updates. Also, starting from Season 35, the seasonal settlement will align with Patch Day. During the patch's new event, bases will have a chance to turn golden during matches, and destroying these golden bases will reward extra event currency. Keep an eye out for more hidden Easter eggs. And of course, we have lots of new skins and events lined up for everyone to experience and share. So grab your friends and join in for awesome rewards. But that's not all. There are even more exciting events planned for next month, so stay tuned. And that wraps up our patch preview. We hope you enjoy the new update, and until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
What shadows will I find lurking in your reflection? Swift and deadly. Mirror waltz. Your move. Pierce through. Shadow, guide my blades. Sharp as the truth. Care to dance?
Dear doomed king, the time has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
A giant tail above the waves. Is it a sea monster? Or is it...
Kalea!
A clearing of downed trees. Was it a fierce warrior? Or was it... Kalea!
Yeah, definitely Kalea.
If you encounter danger by the sea, just shout the great serpent's name.
Oh, the outcome may not be what you expected.
When an obstacle appears before you, it might not be an obstacle at all,
But a springboard to send enemies flying!
Fists aren't just for fighting.
They can also heal allies.
like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my shoes
I was just having some fun.
Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?
Hello everyone! Today we're introducing our newest hero, the descendant of the great serpent, Kalea, the Surging Wave. Kalea is a support hero who specializes in close combat and offers strong, reliable single-target CC. Not only can she charge in and slam enemies around, she can also heal herself and allied heroes just by attacking. Surging Wave, Kalea! Passive, Surge of Life. After casting any skill, Kalea creates a water zone at her current position. If Kalea casts a skill within a water zone, she will absorb the water zone to enhance her next 3 basic attacks, with different effects such as healing herself and nearby allied heroes. First skill, Wave Breaker. Kalea slams her fist into the ground, dealing physical damage and slowing nearby enemies. Second skill, Tidal Strike, Rolling Wave. This skill has 2 parts. In the first part, Kalea dashes forward and grabs the first enemy hero she hits, going airborne and slamming them down for physical damage. If Kalea hits an obstacle or the edge of a water zone during the dash, the second part will trigger and Kalea will leap into the air. The skill can then be cast again to dive at the target location, dealing physical damage and knocking enemies airborne. Ultimate, Tsunami Slam. Kalea grabs an enemy hero with her tail and jumps into the air before slamming down in the chosen direction, dealing physical damage to the target and nearby enemies upon impact. While ganking with Kalea, use her second skill to close in and CC the target. Then use her first skill to activate her enhanced basic attacks and unleash them on the target. In teamfights, Kalea should prioritize enemy mages or marksmen. Use her second skill to dash into an obstacle near the target to launch her into the air, then dive down to CC them. Follow up with her ultimate to slam them into your team, and use her first skill to trigger her passive before finishing them off with her enhanced basic attacks. Kalea excels at single target CC, making her a highly effective ganker when coordinating with teammates. However, Kalea's short attack range and lack of poke means she needs to end fights quickly, or she'll end up being kited by ranged enemies. At level 1, upgrade Kalea's first skill to help allies clear creeps and minion waves, but prioritize upgrading her second skill afterward to reduce its cooldown for more CC during teamfights so your teammates can focus on dealing damage. If a target is too far away, use Kalea's second skill to dash into an obstacle near the target to trigger the second part of the skill, then dive into the target to inflict damage and CC. Kalea's first skill can be used right after another skill, or her third enhanced basic attacks to trigger her passive and boost her sustain in combat. We recommend the Tank emblem with Vitality, Pull Yourself Together, and Concussive Blast talents for Kalea. The Tank emblem and Vitality increases HP, which also boosts Kalea's healing and first skill's damage. Pull Yourself Together reduces battle spell cooldown, and Concussive Blast helps Kalea's early game by increasing her damage output. As a roamer, we recommend this build for Kalea, focused on survivability and more self-healing. Thunderbelt and Oracle are Kalea's core equipment, providing hybrid defense, cooldown reduction, and boosting healing received, all of which fit well with Kalea's playstyle. Dominance Ice and Radiant Armor grant physical and magic defense while reducing the enemy's healing. Lastly, pick up Guardian Helmet to further enhance Kalea's sustained combat since her first skill and healing scale with max HP. We recommend the Flicker battle spell for Kalea to use with her second skill and ultimate to CC enemies by surprise. We also recommend Vengeance to reduce incoming damage while Kalea is fighting on the front lines. Kalea is good at dealing with heroes who lack mobility, like Layla and Chang'e. However, Kalea cannot grab enemies with control immunity, so heroes like Diggy and Minotaur can effectively counter her. Kalea's strong single-target CC makes her work well with heroes who have high single-target burst, such as Eudora, Harley, and Clint. In the early game, use Kalea's excellent support capabilities to assist the side lanes lock down targets for kills while using her passive to heal allies. In mid to late game teamfights, Kalea and her team should avoid poking with the enemy team, especially against supports like Florin and Rafaela. Kalea can initiate by diving into the enemy team and using her ultimate to slam key enemy damage dealers into your team for a quick kill and numbers advantage. Kalea, the Surging Wave, will be arriving on March 19th. Participate in the limited time event to get Kalea for as low as 0 diamonds. Pick up her Shimmering Wave skin for just 51 diamonds in the first 14 days. Come,
It's go time. It's go time. Let's go, let's go. We stepping into the room. Y'all feel the energy boom. Enemies doomed. We shut them in like a tomb. Spectators safely assume we are the winning team. Got our eyes locked on that victory. Give it all and the rest is history. We the best and there ain't no mystery. No mystery. It's go time. The whole time. It's show time. Let them know time. It's go time. The whole time. Scoring goals time. Let them know time. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. We are the champions. We are the champions. We are the champions. It's go time.
We are the champions, and it's definitely go time for now. And welcome everyone to MPL LATAM Season 3. We're still with me, Faye, and also Kronos on duty for today in week 3, day number 2.
Hey, well, it is week 3, day number 2, and guess what, Way? We got only one match in store for us. It is that best of 5 that we want to take a look at, and it's going to be absolutely interesting. It's going to be exciting. But you know what? The show cannot go on without having a big shout out, of course, to our sponsors. You want to get straight to it because we got something for you about the first one, which is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Bonoxis. If you want recharge your diamond. Yeah, if you want to recharge your diamonds with 5% discount, head over to bonoxis.com and use the code BNXMPL3. The purchase is fast, secure, and super easy. And also, the code is only available for a limited time. So thousands of players already trust Bonoxis, so don't miss out. And you can recharge your diamonds, so go ahead, take advantage with the discount right now.
Okay, with a lot of new skins coming up with the Naruto event, I'm waiting also for that to come up. While waiting, so though, with a lot of amazing heroes that you guys can actually perform to in tournament, guys, you can just go ahead and check it out at Community Gaming, because it is the only platform that is super duper good and it is the ultimate platform, of course, offering esports competition with professional and also automated payment solution for communities. So you guys want to join in, you can just go ahead. And you guys want to host events, you can also go there because it is fully supported by Community Gaming. Just check it out on their website at communitygaming.io.
Ooh, and not just that, right? Of course, we have MVPs in the game, but you know, you got to be MVP with your photos as well. So with the new Techno Camon 40 series, you can capture every victory with in camera and flash snap, the feature that freezes the action in motion with precision and clarity. You know, you're just gonna be precise with that freeze, and of course become the star in and out of the game as well.
Oh, so good. So exciting to see the newest phone. Look at those cameras. You don't see like 3 cameras right now, and you can zoom into a lot. I think other than playing in-game, becoming the MVP, I want to try out that phone. I want to try and use the camera and take a picture of a moon. I want to zoom it that much to actually see it's so clear using that phone.
Yeah, and I think, you know what? Before we get into it a little bit further, let's not forget there is a lucky draw going on, folks, for those of you who are watching MPL LATAM. How to participate? You got to send your server ID and MLBB ID in the chat to participate. Make sure you're there on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. You know, the giveaway is, of course, going to happen during the stream. Each viewer, when we reach a certain milestone, of course, as you can see, you get below 6K, about 18,000 diamonds total. 6K to 8K, you get 38,400 in the last one. I kind of forgot about that, but you saw what there was in store. Of course, you got the lucky draw, and we have, of course, the schedule so far, the bracket, the Swiss bracket. This stage has been really fun, way.
And coming in for best of 5 series for today, it's Team Infinity versus Influence Rage. The winner, you can go up and secure a knockout stage slot, and sadly, the loser team gotta go down to relegation route. You gotta fight a bit extra harder if you want a spot later on in the knockout stage. So, can't wait to see, since it's a best of 5 series. Can't wait though. Will it unlock all 5? Or will it be a fast game of 3-0?
Ooh, I mean, it might not. To be honest, I think it'll probably go down to the best of 5. But of course, we want to let you know which teams are playing today. Of course, so the match schedule for today should be coming through as well. Apart from what you saw, the schedule of the entire day, of the entire Swiss bracket. And I think, Vey, if you ask me, probably going to be a 3-1.
For you, it's a 3-1. For me, it's a 3-2.
Really?
Oh, it's
look
up
at that,
now.
yeah. But both of us voted for the same team, didn't we? At least.
Okay, at least. Yeah, at least it's that. We're on the same page. On the same page. I want it to be a best of 5 series, so our viewers can watch even longer, more action-packed games. Because you know what? Both sides of the teams, this is going to be a hot match. Because you are fighting for the last spot. Either you go for a straight knockout position, or you go down for relegation. So, wanna know which goes to which later on.
It is exciting, of course, if you're one of the teams that are already through to the next stages of the tournament. But if you are still in the relegation zone, you must be, looking to prep and try and make sure that you get bang on with the next games, because you do not want to be out of the competition. But if you are any one of the teams, of course, Influence, Rage, or Infinity, and if you're one of those fans, you want to make sure that you are all in today. It's a best of 5. You want to get that quick sweep. You want to make sure you get that quick 3-0, because you want to rest up. You don't want to reveal all your strategies, because that's one of the things about this Swiss bracket, right? The further you're going in, the more strategies you're revealing, and the more games you play, the more the teams can analyze you and assess you and see how they can beat you, in fact. So I think that's gonna be a tough thing for both teams, try and hold their cards and not show them completely. But why Influence Rage, Vey? Why Influence Rage and not Infinity?
Well, looking at the lineup though for now from Influence Rage, it is the same lineup. It's Chino, Jotun, Chan, Paquito, and also Fury. And they are standing strong here with the player stats, again, with the similar hero. The comfort heroes that you're playing, so which is quite good. And you know what? I kind of feel that it's them, but I have to see Jotun on the Assassins. That's the way to go for Influence Rage if they really want to win this one.
Yeah, I think not just that, right? But Infinity, of course, why we were looking at for me at least, why I supported or why I voted for Influence Rage is because the momentum is on their side. And of course, at the same time, you want to see Jotun play those assassins. But guess what? Infinity definitely want to prove us wrong, especially since we got our towards Influence Rage. But if you look at their lineup, of course, Dominic on the EXP, ZZ in the jungle, Lionel in the mid lane, Fanboy playing at that roam position, and Doom. He has been a monster on the gold lane, picking up 2 MVPs last night against DreamMax with that Herod. So you know what you do not want to give to him, because you can see the stats of the players. You see Dominic, he likes to play the front liner. He likes to create the opening, likes to create space with the Gato Kacha. ZZ as well has been lethal with that Julian. Always going to be respect banned from the other side. Lionel likes to play those control mages, making sure he can control the pace of the game. Fanboy, hey, he doesn't shy away from playing those heal roamers, because if they work, they work. And of course, Doom, he has a plethora of gold laners to choose from. Moskov being his favorite with a 714.87 gold per minute, and of course, at 6.55 KDA average. And hey, Is there a way we can stop Doom from being a menace in the land of Dawn? If anyone can do that, it's gotta be Infinity. I mean, it's gotta be Influence Rage.
You gotta take away those comfort heroes that you've already seen before, those matchups you go up against Moskov, Relegation, or even Harith. But looking at the keys to victory by Bonox here for Influence Rage, bring flexibility at the start of the draft between the EXP and also the Robo. Probably a little bit of a swerve game. So let's see, we're going to be going on a guessing game or mind games on which of these heroes can actually be put in which role. And keep selecting aggressive mids for the early game. And watch out for the opponent's team fight compositions with multiple tanks and CC fighters. So they gotta know how they go in and go out or try to pull and push during that team fights. So it is a prolonged team fight. It's not just coming in, guns blazing, everything out, and after that, yeah, I'm done. I have nothing else. But what to do on the next one? Because you can't just go in and just throw everything out. You gotta have that bit of a strategy or that pull. You're trying to probably bait out some things, or probably bait out some skills out from Infinity. So probably that's a good start for them.
Yeah, I think Influence Rage definitely need to watch out with that, focus and prioritize, try and bait out those skills, especially those heavy CC skills that come out from the side of Infinity. As you can see, some of their keys to victory here, I told it about Doom. Granger, Moskov to keep goal lane comfortable. You want to win, you got to make sure Doom get its comfort heroes. And not just that, you could slot in the Herod as well, because yesterday he played 2 Herod games and oh my god, 2 MVPs, a dominating performance. Careful with Yi Sun Shin from the enemy jungler. We've seen this before as well. Influence Raids like to pull that Yi Sun Shin every single time, and guess what? He is really good at it as well. So making sure you eye out and watch out for the Yi Sun Shin draft, because you never know, that Mount Shocker could be a problem, and if he farms up, Yotun's going to be a monster on the Yi Sun Shin. And also try to bring other EXP options other than Uranus and Hilda. We've seen this last night. Infinity did have a tough time, trying to go with a different sort of an EXP laner. I think right now they gotta explore their options. You have the Fulvis, you have the Gatotkachi, you have the Hylos, the Badang is available. The Kalea right now in the land of Dawn could be played in both the Rome and EXP. So they really need to find out a way for them to actually get that going. But you know what else that means, Vey? The head-to-head, Lionel versus Chan.
Talking about the main pillars of the team, as you've talked before, and day number 1 from this week, you gotta go strong with the mid laners. You gotta know where to rotate, when to support coming in, because if I'm not mistaken, it's from Influence Rage's coach. You prefer Chan getting like good heroes from his side, plus with the rising of like Farsha, or even utilizing the Vexana well, it should come in handy during these team fights. But on the other hand, let's not forget also Lionel. He is a beast, and some of the heroes that is well played also during from week 1 and up until yesterday. And I would really like to see those monster mages coming up again from both sides of these strong mid laners for today. And we were talking about the whole composition thing. For me, I think strategy-wise, even though they are going into the best of 5 series and you don't want to reveal too much before relegation or prepping into knockout stages, I think they will stick to what they've done best, because they kind of made it work though. Like a few things that we've talked about, like the gold laner, you gotta let them shine. Comfort heroes like the Moskov, Harith, or the Granger, if it's not banned out though. And like you focus on your mages, both are strong, both can compete. Let's just not get outpoked in the early. And the last one, when the jungler can shine, they need to shine. Comfort heroes, again, still prioritized for both sides of the team. I love it if they bring up the assassin, but if they try on the alpha, for me it's kind of not in the winning solution yet. Because even though it's a best of 5 series, you can't really just throw away one game.
Yeah, I mean, yes, and they have to prioritize his comfort picks, right? And you can see instantly they've done their homework, both sides, understanding what they got to do in the draft, as we are already in. We got Influence Rage on the blue side, Infinity picking the red this time in the first game of the best of 5. Harith being banned out. It's quite funny to see that because you want to see Harith being first picked as well. So that means they want to go and slot that Suyo as the first pick in the jungle, try and secure that as early as possible. Banning out that Baxia because they know how much of a flex Dominic can be. He's been playing those heroes everywhere. The Matilda being taken off the table, but oh my god, they go for the first pick. Phoveus leaving the Suyo open. Louis banned out on the other side. Granger, Kalea, so no Kalea being prioritized whatsoever because already banned out. The Phoveus, I think it's been a long time since we've seen the Phoveus, haven't we?
And looking up, if you want to go head to head with the Phoveus, since you know it's a semi-tanky hero, you kind of get the sustain, you kind of get the damage. Team Infinity, you can just opt out with the CC. Again, prioritize Dune's Moskov should be good though, if they really want to play around on that. But I forgot the Chusen was wide open. It's not closed off yet, but Chusen Suyo is a very great start. Influence Rage though is a great time to take away Dune's Moskov if they want to play with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it just yet because this Zushin is definitely going to be a threat, right? Going to be a problem against the Phoveus. They should kind of prioritize going for the assassins here. Hayabusa is left open, and we saw how Yotun can play the Hayabusa, and I think right now it has to be... Oh, but they go for the Valentina and the Moskov. Yes, Moskov in the goal lane, give Fury what he likes, Chan as well. So I think they're not really afraid of the Zushin just for now, which could actually be a problem because you've given two of the most meta heroes on the side of Infinity in game number 1.
That's kind of hard to deal with though, especially the deny of the Moskov taken away from Blue. But there's some options though still open. But for me, I think you can pick up a tanky boy here from the side of Team Infinity. There's no rush in getting a marksman right now since you can kind of build up on the strategy. A Hilo Sadagato Kacha should be nice, and it's just locked in just like that. Next on the banning phase though, it's more on the assassin. Since Influence Rage, they haven't locked that in yet. And the fact Alpha.
I think, you know what? While Way's trying to figure out what she's trying to say, I want to get my nerd glasses on just because we're here at the draft stage. You know, gotta look the part to actually be able to predict which one will go where, because I'm starting to lose out on these prediction phases already. And now looking at the high lows being there, it's a good pick, but Infinity are looking absolutely strong right now because Chan is not gonna do much with the Crimson Beacon, right? But Moskov looking for the outplay potential, and now they're looking to choke out some of the heroes. And now if I was Infinity, you start taking away these jungle options, the Hayabusa. Yeah, it's got to be those Hayabusas, those Fannies kind of taken off the table for the side of Infinity. But also on the other side, I think they should be looking to take away those goal lane options. That's how they should be going down, if I'm not wrong, because already you've given your EXP/Roamer on the side of Infinity. EXP already being shown quite early from the side of Influence Rage. They already shown in their mid laner. They've already shown their gold laner, and on the other side they've shown their jungle with their mid laner. Yes, the Hylos is a flex pick against the Phoveus. Usually you can go 1v1 against that as well, but looking at how they have to take out certain aspects of certain players or certain heroes, especially in leaving that Zushin untouched. You do not want to have that Zushin under threat, so Hayabusa and Fanny definitely have to be banned out. I'm not sure about the Fanny though, but Hayabusa is a guaranteed ban coming out from Infinity.
Same thought as going on what's in my head before the lag. Not my brain lagging, but my internet though. And same thoughts of what talking about with Kronos before. Like, you gotta prioritize those jungles. Okay, probably Hayabusa, you gotta respect it, or like take up a precaution of banning out alpha for Yuten. If you really want to like ban out just for specifically targeting on Yuten. But on the other hand, I do really agree. If you really want to go up against a Vexana, two choices. Either you don't give good ultimates for that person to steal, or you overload the options for them to which one is better, which one I could take, which one that I could utilize well. So it kind of brings up to a question, but I kind of see a potential there. Picked up a carry going up against the Phobies because you need that true damage. If you're not bringing up a CC, you can bring up the carry. At least it's still kind of a good matchup laning wise later between Fury and also Doom. So should be okay around that area though. And for the focusing ban from the blue side of Influence Rage, I think they can also close out some tanky heroes because you've just seen one option on the high-lows, or even deny the CC getting picked up. So it's still good.
Yeah, I think the CC definitely going to be banned on the side of Influence Rage. It's looking good. It's looking good so far, at least for both sides. The carry is a really good option for them to pick up on the side of Infinity. Yes, because you're not giving a lot to the Valentina on the other side, especially in the hands of Chan, where we've seen teams respect Chan's ability to change the game so much that we've seen 5 target bans coming through just in the mid lane. So hey, there's got to be something so special about his playmaking ability. We know that. The viewers, you got to know that. You want to find out about that. Make sure you follow the socials, of course. MPL LATAM, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe. Do all that good stuff because right now we're back into the draft once again. Seems like they've had something on their plate that they did not like, or not really sure. We'll wait for confirmation. But of course, at the same time, the draft is underway. You can see the bans are the same from both sides. The first pick still being that Phobius, if I'm not wrong. It gotta be that Zushin and Suya coming out again.
Confirming that for the first pick, it was so good. It was pulled up quite well. And for the next side, Influence Rage, they should be sticking on the same thing like the Valentina and also the Moskov coming in. But turns out it is a Neve though. You want to control that area, because there might be a potential where Infinity, there's nothing to copy that's good for, Influence Rage's side. And Infinity, last one.
Ooh.
Would they change it up? Oh, they changed it up. It's a Khalid.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the one change, right? That change in the Eve changes a lot in the game, because like we saw in the head-to-head, we've seen the lineup and we've seen how Chan likes to play, right? He likes to control the games, and so does Lionel. So both picking up control heavy mages, trying to control the pace of the game. And also this Khalid right now, a flex pick, but usually slot in the wrong position, will be putting a lot of pressure in the early game. Banning out the high-lows, banning out the glue on the other side, and the Gato Gacha as well. So high-lows, Gato Gacha taken off the table completely. The glue has been taken out. I'm assuming it's got to be that CC that comes out right now, because you do not want to be tied down by the curtain call. And also, now the carry completely off the table. I don't think carry is that much of a great option anymore, but I think Irithel, right?
Irithel should be better, yes, I do agree. Or if you want to opt out with range, a Bruno is still available. You can bring that up.
Yeah, Bruno does well with Zushin.
But turns out it's a Uranus getting closed off. Okay, still on week 3, so we still have a global verbal ban on Sylvana and also the chip. So you can't use that. No options for that. Next one pick though from the side of Team Infinity. What should
what can it be?
Good?
Yeah, I think right now they slot in their they gotta slot in one of their EXPs, right? But not many EXP options left on the table. Badang still left open. So I wouldn't be surprised if they went for the Badang and the EXP, especially against the Phobius. The Hilda is still good. Oh,
But
why?
since I was a
We're seeing a Fredrin? Wait a
this
minute.
is unique though.
Something
this is unique
right.
because like the last time the Fredrin popped up, it's because there's an Alice, which I get. On the EXP, it is still strong, but a Phoveus Fredrin matchup though, it's kind of hard to wrap around in my head. But right now, you know what? Influence Rage. Pick up a good jungler for Yuten. Get the Hayabusa, which is good. Last one, you need a chunky boy here. And since everybody's closed off, would it be a possible Hilda or an Esmeralda?
Hilda in the roam is terrible. Hilda in the roam is terrible over here, especially against the Sushin, right? So they need someone who's a little more faster. Maybe a Cho. A Cho would actually be really good here coming from Influence Rage because you have the mobility to keep up the speed of the Khalid, and not just that, you can reach into the back line. So a Cho really would do wonders. It does well against the Hayabusa also. I mean, it does well with the Hayabusa also and with the Moscow, so you definitely have the pick-off option as well. But seems like
I have
What?
have
You
an
have a what?
idea. It's a crazy
What's the idea? What's the idea?
Since it's around 3 a.m. here, it means creative time. What about a Johnson?
Nah. What's a Johnson gonna do against a Sushin?
A bit far-fetched though.
I'm trying to find.
You can
I'm
go
trying to
aggressive
find.
on that.
How though? You're going against Zushin. You're not going to be able to clear the wave. You're not going to be able to do anything until you hit level 4. And by then, the advantage is gone away. And then you're going to be crashing into a Fredrin who's just going to like taunt you the whole time, show you his six-pack abs and stuff. I'm not really sure how that's going to work.
So, there's a slang in Indo. So, a six-pack is like a six-pack bread, so it's 6 loaves. So you really want to hit that bread there if you pick up the Johnson, but I don't think it is a good matchup after you set that. But again, it was a creative approach, and I hear something is picked up for now because we are back in the drafting phase for game number 1. And who is that picked up though? It's a Tigreal.
A Tigreal picked up. I was gonna say a Tigreal does work, but it's gonna be hard against the Zushin. You know, the Zushin's gonna definitely pick up the Purifier right now. A carry being slotted still, yes, it works, especially against the Phoveus and the Tigreal. But I'm not really sure how this Tigreal is gonna do. He's gonna have a really, really terrible early game, because the Zushin's gonna be Zushin's an absolute tank bully. So if you ask me, I like the draft of Infinity.
Same here. I really love the side from the side of Infinity because it's harder for Influence Rage to just kind of reach in or probably make a lot of good moments. But we're talking about draft composition wise, it's not bad. Like, you have the front line, you have the early damage, you have the late game carry, you can rise up to that occasion if it needs to be, and that occasion you want to drag out to the late game and everything. So overall, just from one side, it's good, but we're talking about facing each other, so it would be kind of hard. So let's see how it goes for the only match of the day. Game number 1, Team Influence Rage versus Team Infinity. Who will get to secure their first point here to get a gap between the knockout stage and also relegation?
Yeah, because you want to be in that you do not want to be in the relegation phase. You want to be in that knockout stage. And you can see what I meant by Lionel gonna be an absolute bully in the mid lane. Fanboy as well, moving fast, rotation wise. The Khalid is gonna be at least, you know, the difference is between a sports car and a regular car. That's what this race is going to be in terms of rotation. But if Paquito is able to position himself really well before these neutral objective takes, before a gank, there is definitely going to be a much better time for Influence Rage.
But so far for Team Infinity, they're just rotating out wise quite well on top. Like Fury and Doom, it's probably gonna go stagnant. You just want to freeze the lane. You want to see the advantage. On the other hand, you see that Team Infinity, they're protecting most of the resources well. Both sides of the jungle try to steal each other's.
Ogi Shadow Kill comes out. Yotun. He got that's the power of the faster rotation once again, and you can see with the jungle clear, Yotun missed out on his lizard, so ZZ has not. So that means ZZ is definitely going to be ahead, and right now Fanboy's position so aggressive, and Lionel trying to bully out Chino to make sure Dominic has a better time at the EXP lane.
Because you really gotta help out that Fredrin. I mean, he's just a tanky boy, damage-wise. It wouldn't help very much unless it's a big moment using the Appraiser's Wrath later on. But since most of our friends from Influence Rage, you've seen Chan and Paquito, they're not in level 4 yet, so Infinity, it's a very, very clean turtle for them, and even high invade potential coming in right now. That's kind of brutal.
Yeah, a lot of invades coming through, especially if you're a Hayabusa, right? Against the Fredrin, a Suyo with a Zushin and a Khalid. Ooh, you're definitely going to be expecting a lot of invasion coming into your jungle, but not so much as expected, but because we don't even see a first blood just yet. Fanboy has hit that level 4 power spike, of course, and the turtle's already been taken by Infinity, so they are striving to get ahead, already 500-ish gold ahead. About less than 3 minutes into the game. Yotun looking for that pick-off angle, but Lionel has been playing these brushes really well.
And it kind of reminds me on how Team Infinity is just so patient in day number 1 this week. Like they even trying to drag it to like around the 6th or even the 7th minute mark for the first blood. But right now, a bit of an action on top. Ooh,
yeah, it was absolutely instant as well. It was instant. The Purify was done. He used the Sever. Oh, but here it is. The Quad Shadow. He goes on towards Lionel. Baits out the Crimson Beacon. He could go in at any single point. SOD connecting as well. Doom is making his rotation. So that is really well played. I'm not sure if Yotun really wanted to commit the Ogi Shadow kill, but definitely baited out that Crimson Beacon quite early from Lionel.
I mean, it was kind of in your face moment though. It was so sudden, so it's kind of reflexes. You want to go up and pop it out with the Crimson Beacon. I was actually shocked during that moment, but turns out there's no trades yet. It was just a skirmish for them, even though it kind of looks like a happy birthday moment. But turns out a little bit more fight coming in from Influence Rage since they've hit that fourth level. They can juke it out later in that turtle camp. By Bonox is up right now.
Hey, Turtle is there being reset already. You can see Infinity trying to take advantage and trying to get themselves into a better position, while Influence Rage's Paquito hasn't made a play just yet. Nobody going down, no first blood being expended as well, but you can see that big lantern flare, that disco light being a problem right now. They go in with that RWM, but at the same time, the taunts coming through. Raging Sandstorm committed. Ogi Shadow Kill is there, but oh my goodness, Dominic gets the first blood after a big Appraiser's Wrath on top of Paquito. Yotun being sacrificed as well, but here comes Chino. He can go in. He's been going in with an Infernal Pursuit, has been buying a lot of time, but there has been no backup from the rest of his team. He will fall down as well. 3-1 is the score for the favor of Infinity, and they also get the turtle.
Ooh, that is hard to see in the early game. You really don't want to lose out from other than just objective, but 3 people down from the side of Influence Rage, and even with that good flicker, Appraiser's Wrath was just on point. I really thought Paquito will open the implosion first, but turns out he couldn't find a good opening where he can just entry in and come in. But turns out the more moment-seeking person here
Paquito!
is just...
He went in for the implosion as well with the Sacred Hammer, and right now RWM has dropped down. He got a really good one, but there's no follow-up coming through just yet. Doom is inside the RWM. He tries to get out of there, but at the same time, Chino extending the fight and Dominic being a problem onto where Chan drops the Appraiser's Wrath, but guess what? Enough time is bought. Chino is the first one to fall down. already 2 times sacrificed, and this is why they went for the Fredrin. He wants to make sure Chan does not have a good time after dropping down that RWM.
And you know what? Looking at how it went down, it was a very good implosion from Paquito, but sadly the follow-up though from Influence Rage, they weren't there. They weren't close enough. It's more to that. And since you were already in the front, you're already committed to the full CC, you're already tanking a lot of damage, and Infinity, they can just come in and just swoop in and deal a lot of damage from before. Even Influence Rage had been late, but still okay. Even right now, Dominic and Paquito going head-to-head so far.
Yeah, I think at the moment you can see Chino already going in. Oh, Paquito trying to go for the flicker play as well, but get what? Nothing happens. They still get the turtle in their hands. Doom is the first one to fall down. Really well played. Chino picking it up for himself. And right now, Infinity, it could have gone a little worse for them, but also at the same time could have gotten better as well. But you can see the taunt from Dominic on towards Yotun, making sure he gets the knock up on towards him as well. And he wants to go with the Raging Sandstorm, but he goes back and he gets the kill. Chan helping him out, secure that kill as well. So Dominic and Fanboy not enough to take down Yotun and Chan.
In the nick of time, it was just the right timing for Yotun. Since you still have that quad shadow up, you can just teleport in. And sadly, that Appraiser's Wrath didn't really hit him or even deal a lot of damage yet. So it is still a good, it's a good objective take for Influence Ray. So at least, Yotun didn't even get that kill. Turns out, it was an assist. It was just good at racking up gold. And for the side of Team Infinity, I gotta be honest, coming in to the mid and late game, marching into that time, Dominic gotta be careful. Sure, he can front like crazy. Sure, he can sustain a lot of damage just as if you're playing a tank. But you gotta be careful. You can't be taken out as always.
Ooh, he could actually get the kill, but he does. But oh my goodness, Yotun had to use the Retribution as well. Doom has been the one to take him down. It is so close for comfort. I think at the moment, Fury just going ham with that Moscow on towards the turrets, doing really well, and that's what you want to do as a Moscow. And guess what? SOD to get out of harm's way as well. Really well played from Fury.
Fastest way to teleport other than the Loyi is SOD hitting anybody around the map. And you know what? Influence Rage, Infinity, they hug the shrubs quite well, but since Paquito is on that pixel shrub, should be a greater thing to catch on, but goes
for the implosion. RWM dropped down as well. He gets taken out. I think Dominic, this is the 3rd time he's fallen with a mistake, a blunder coming through, but also right now Paquito understands that he doesn't mind making a one-man implosion play, which you usually see Tiger Heroes being reluctant to do, but now they're getting the Lord started with the numbers advantage. Fanboy trying to position himself as well. Leonel is there, but he goes with the quad shadow, understanding Leonel is low as well. Crimson Beacon comes out to make sure he survives, and they tank away all the damage coming through from the Ogi shadow kill. Take away the mid lane tier 1 turret. The Lord still not reset. Guess it's gonna be reset right now.
And pulling in that Lord dance, so it's not a full commitment takeover by both sides of these teams. But since Influence Rage, they feel like they baited out a lot of things, which is good. They zoned out a lot of problems here, so they are fighting for another one.
Implosion with a flicker as well. Catching 2. RWM is dropped. Fanboy has to use the Raging Sandstorm to get away. Chino going in with the Infernal Pursuit. Dominic dropping down at that big Appraiser's Wrath, and they get the kill. Chan picks it up. And right now they're getting ZZ quite low, but the kill on towards Shan is there. Paquito falls down as well. Triple kill in the hands of Doom. The speedy light wheels have done their job, and finally Doom is online, folks. Game number 1 in this best of 5.
Oh my goodness, a triple secured so well, and I thought you either Doom or even Moscow, you gotta shine so well on that hero. But you know what? Other than just powerful hero picks, it's the pilot though. Doom is a menace in this carry, and marching into the 11th minute on the way to that. Looking at the items, thank you very much. Popped up and right on time. Holy Trinity template for the marksman is online for him, same as Fury, but looking at power damage wise, it's on the side of Doom.
Yeah, definitely he has more damage. Because you have that true damage, that will be a problem. Although, you can see Fury trying to build towards the Wind of Nature, and I'm assuming Doom is doing the same because they need a way to survive. And Yotun, yes, he has been playing good with his Hayabusa, but the impact has just not been there. Lionel has not been taken down a single time. 0-0-7 so far. Definitely a threat on the other side. And right now, you can see Quicksand Guard going through Doom right now with the Speedy Light Wheels as well. That was too close for comfort.
And from Team Infinity, they just tried pressuring in quite well, because since the mid lane turret first tier wasn't down yet, but since it's the first lord, even with this March update barging in advantage, they are still able to take care of that. Because you know what's more important? You gotta create space in that middle lane. So far at Team Infinity, they haven't cracked that code yet. You need more area, you need that more vision, but turns out it's just coming in.
Yeah, I think right now, but you can see Paquito went in for the flicker as well, but the Crimson Beacon coming down. Oh my goodness, really well played from the side of Infinity. They knew, they were expecting it. Doom popped the Purify as soon as he flickered, making sure he could survive, and then he got taken down. That is a really well played. Infinity now expecting it, which is even more of a problem for side of Influence Rage, as Fanboy just being in their face the entire time, poking them down. But here he goes for the Quad Shadow. Yotun trying to get the kill on towards ZZ. Ogi Shadow kill expended, but did not connect the Quad Shadow, so he's still able to survive.
Okay, from even though without the first tier turret here in the middle one, they still go in. You have the Klee to just front like crazy to just open your vision and just find a you have Dominate coming in. And for me, what's more amazing is just before popping up the Purify from Lionel or even from Doom during that team fight, what was amazing is that you canceled out that implosion just right before it was committed, and because of that, you don't have that moment maker for Influence Rage. Yeah, I feel like patience is not the key yet, but just finding a great moment on when to execute it.
Yeah, no, that was really tough at that moment. You can see that right now, Lionel is being a complete problem. This is why you don't let the Sushin open. He even actually picked up the purple buff, which Yotun wasn't able to get. Now the Lord is up. He's not going to have enough energy to try and go in, but you can see Paquito with the implosion onto words. Fanboy, who is able to survive, has the quick sign guard as well. Doom with the speedy light wheels takes down Chino after he went in with the Infernal Pursuer. Right now, Crimson Beacon playing aggressively. Purify his pop. Fury trying to survive, but you can see Paquito goes in with the Sacred Hammer. Purify coming through from Lionel as well, but the damage has been done. A double kill in the hands of Yotun. He goes in for the Quad Shadow, trying to get out of there. Really well played from Influence Rage. Chen dropping the RWM just on time, but right now ZZ joining the party as well, taking away the purple buff from Yotun once more.
And I think from Infinity, sure, you can't create that moment other than just waiting to cancel out Paquito's implosion, but you gotta be more careful though, because you're facing Chad and also Fury. Wow.
Again, he goes in for the flicker implosion. Again, the same target. It is a pattern that we've been seeing. Fanboy gets taken down. The Lord is now less than a quarter HP secured as well. Influence Rage turning the tides after being down for most part of the game. Even now, they're not in the same level in terms of gold.
This is what I wanted to try to elaborate before in that moment. You can't go ahead like hit strong coming in as if like you're playing in the early game, because you know what, it's the late game now. It's a 15-minute mark. You coming in because like everybody is already strong at this point, because even with Chance RWM you can support it quite well. Even with Fury coming in, you can go head to head with Doom. Because, like, you gotta play more safe though. Even though you want to go aggressive, you kind of have to find those little moments you can probably try to accumulate or try to enter in, or even make a moment just like right now.
Yeah, they're trying to make a moment. Yotun trying to go in with the quad shadow as well. Has to get out because the poke is coming in too much. They're quite tanky. And if you ask me, Fury needs that Malefic gun right now. He definitely needs that extended bit of range. I wish I could take a look at the atomization because Fury and Doom both need that Malefic gun. Fury especially because you do not want to be facing Fanboy, ZZ, and Dominic head on while Lionel is just going to be in the back line trying to control the game with that Lantern Flare. So far, Chan has done an absolutely impeccable job still trying to control the game, and now Lionel picked up the Bloodwing, so extra bit of sustain coming through. Yotun has to be absolutely clinical in picking up Lionel.
And since you know what, they can go actively as a unit now for Influence Rage. Jotun is just going to be a little bit of bait, but coming in.
Wind of Nature, Implosion is there at the edge of the RWM, but oh my goodness, the 3-man knockup coming through as well. He goes for the Infernal Pursuit, but the damage is already done. No Ogi Shadow Kill present. Yotun finally gets the kill on towards Fanboy, but Paquito and Chino falling down. SOD did connect, but Fury does not want to engage further. Only 3 left standing for Influence Rage. No frontliners present, but Yotun with his positioning, he sees an opportunity, but they spot him out. And that is really well played coming from Infinity.
It was quite shocking to see. Like, probably usually what we see is like you try to anticipate probably from the rumor or probably from the EXP to try to initiate on the team fight, but turns out Jotun just see like there is Doom in front of me. I kind of want that kill. Probably like I can pop in that Ogi Shadow kill and connect, but you know what, turns out Doom had a solution. It's not just a WN, it's an immortality brought up. And coming into the 17th minute mark, the Lord is just looking tasty and up for grabs for both sides of the team.
Yeah, I think Fury just not picked up the Rose Gold Meteor as well, so a lot more sustain coming through. And I took a look at the items earlier. Doom actually has himself an Athena shield as well. Now he's going to be tanking up all those shots coming in from Chan, so Chan's not going to be able to soften him up for Fury or Yotun to deal the finishing blow. And right now, Lord already been taken down, half HP. Paquito coming through the backline. Implosion completely misses thanks to the Purify, and you can see right now they have no way of engaging, no way to commit. SOD did connect as well. Infinity doing an absolute brilliant job moving away from the engage of Paquito. The Lord has evolved, and now Infinity will look to strike.
Striking back is the way to go, because you know what, you baited out a lot of heavy and good utilities that Influence Rage can actually pop up, even though they are still in that area, and even though there's Jotun with the Quad Shadow, you can just commit in with the Retribution, though it's still kind of risky, but this is in a bigger favor for Team Infinity coming in.
Yeah, they used the RWM Raging Sandstorm as well to make sure nobody could come through. And of course, as you're playing the Suyo, you definitely have priority. You definitely have an advantage while taking away this neutral objective. That Sever with the Retribution combo does quite a lot of damage. And now you can see ZZ 305, absolutely impeccable game. Nobody able to catch him off guard. The Lord marching to the top side.
Marching on top, which is good. They are trying to go for a 3-way push. Lane-wise, it is managing very well. But,
no, again, they catch him off guard. Paquito with that implosion on towards a single target, which is Fanboy. But guess what? Right now, they have the Lord to help them out. Less than half HP. Actually able to save the inhibitor as well. But Paquito is a sacrifice. And now Yotun trying to flank from the side. RWM comes out. Wind of Nature is popped as well. SOD misses. Chino going through with the Infernal Pursuit. Crimson Beacon from Lionel to make sure he gets out of harm's way. But Chino is wanting more monster kill in the hands of a Doom. Waiting for more Lionel with the Lantern Flare. Chan trying to slow them down. He wants the kill, but understanding he cannot chase. Yotun comes through. He wants to go for the Quad Shadow, but the rest of Infinity just run away. Influence Rage with an absolutely good defense.
Goodness, though. Okay, if Infinity gets to win this game, for me, MVP it's Lionel, though. You gotta give it to him. Even though, sure, Fanboy opens up the map, Dominic can just full-blown commit and be the frontliner of the team. so Doom can later on shine. But to me, Lionel, he's an MVP though for now, because like looking at a lot of moments, a lot of space was actually created by him, from the zonings, from the visions. It was just brought up on him. He is very active though in this first game. That kind of brings in a lot of benefits for Team Infinity if they keep this going. What you can't really keep going though is those cheeky plays of a fanboy trying to probably bait out that implosion first so everybody can come in easily. But baiting an implosion with trading a life, I don't think that it's really worth it because you're one of the frontliners there.
Yeah, it's true. But at the same time, I did see Doom sacrificing the immortality for the Wind of Nature. And right now you can see Jotun getting poked out as well. Chino is there. Lionel making the space for Doom and ZZ to hit away on towards the Lord. Chino trying to go in. Oh my god, he's taking out so low. Doom's damage is absolutely insane. And right now you can see Paquito understands there is no way they can contest. He has to make the flicker play. There is no concealed present as well. They could try and go in. Dominic coming out as well. Wow. You can see SOD did miss out. Paquito wants to go in, but Lionel doing an absolutely fantastic job trying to zone them out. And the damage from Doom was so fast and so furious. There's no way Influence Rage were trying to contest.
Yeah, there's no way for them to drift around this area though, but turns out that Lord is just marching in the middle lane, waiting to just barge and everything. But thank goodness, Yun down at the bottom lane, you still can clear out a bit of the minion waves, but again, Infinity, all eyes on mid.
Yeah, and you can see the Lord crashing on the mid lane. Inhibitor already being taken down. Quad Shadow going in. Oki Shadow kill. Trust try to clear the wave. But right now, RWM not present just yet. He drops it down, and you can see it go in. And the Abrader's Wrath fails because he gets him down. Really well played from Paquito once again. He did not use the Implosion, but the Sacred Hammer was enough. Dominic mispositioned himself. Not having a good game with the Fredrin so far. SOD connecting on towards ZZ. He's the only one left on the bot side. And now, Rage on the hunt. But realizing that Infinity go back into their comfort zone of their own jungle, this has been back and forth way.
Something quite unique though for this game, like both of the junglers, if it's brought up to the late game, you gotta go and try to hunt and try to split push and everything, but like both of them are just so aware of like, hey, I think this guy is playing the far lane, I think this guy is trying to push in here and there, so it's just well guarded so much. And since you know what, it's the late game, you gotta funnel in that gold all to Fury, you gotta funnel all that to Doom. It's just waiting for a moment who gets to take who out first. And for me, the greatest target right now isn't those squishy heroes, it's actually the frontliners. It's either you're going to aim at Chino or you're going to aim at Fanboy. You gotta be careful at this time.
The frontliners definitely the ones right now who are looking to get melted down. Doom, I'm not sure if that's the position you want to see. Fanboy actually taken down right now. Ogi Shadow will coming through. Nice Wind of Nature coming through from Doom as well. And you can see right now, Fanboy is the sacrifice. RWM is through, but at the same time, Doom has the immortality. He swaps the item instantly. You can see he's shut down by Chino with the Infernal Pursuit. Rage finally found their target. Fanboy and Doom down. And now the Lord is up as well. This is the ultimate opportunity for them to take it down. Will they be able to take it, and will Infinity let them do so?
Even though 2 is down, Infinity is still eyeing on that because you know what, you still have Susuyo, you still have Lionel in, but no Implosion fully committed. Fury hurts a lot. Ooh,
yeah, Dominic
can't really
just
go ahead
melted
and
instantly. Dominic melted instantly as well. Fury has a new record in MPL LATAM. 50 kills on the board. Oh my goodness, he has been an absolute monster. Of course. And right now, Influenced Rage definitely need him to pick up a few more before they could take the base crystal.
And Fury right now is just like poking a lot, just helping out on the damage. We haven't seen him like go monster killing machine crazy yet on this Moskov, and with just one kill, you can add up to that 50 kill target though for now. So far, I think that is the most kills per player. But coming in, I think he can top that more off just in this game. Because they are approaching this quite slowly, but I'm sure it is fully committed surely. Because Doom, you don't have that immortality anymore. You gotta be more careful. And Fanboy, you can't be picked off too early because Paquito is just eyeing on a moment where you can just commit in that implosion though.
True, no flicker just yet. 10 more seconds for him to do so. You can see the Lord looking healthy. Gonna be crashing down the mid side. And right now they want to make that play. The conceal already being expended. RWM not yet dropped. You can see Raging Sandstorm is there, but at the same time they get the kill on towards Doom as well as Lionel. The 2 damage dealers needed, but Fury free hitting at the base crystal. Influence Rage take game number 1 in this best of 5.
Wow, it was a solid lineup, but turns out it kind of broke our expectations on how they try to play it out. Sure, in the early game, it wasn't the best execution-wise, but you know what? Turns out you just gotta wait for Fury, you gotta wait for that power spike, you gotta wait on the turning tides on where you find any, or actually any moment at all. And for me, this time, other than Fanboy tries to front a lot, at first probably it sounded like providing vision for Team Infinity, but from mid to late it's just starting to show how Paquito on the Tigreal can and have that game sense. You kind of sense that I think somebody's here, I think Fanboy's here, I think I can just full commit. It's not about just providing vision, it's just like that sure thing coming in. Hey, there's someone here, let's full commit. So I know what Chrono said before, some Tigreal players, they are kind of hesitant if you're just going into just one person implosion play. But turns out, you know what? This was the best scenario for him to execute that one person implosion, because aiming at just that one person, it just made such a great impact, because Team Infinity, they don't have another frontliner if Fanboy was taken down. And at the end, Jotun was just full-blown item. And you know what? Chino, grats to him, because he aimed that dude no matter what. Even with the Purify, even with the WON, there's no way to sustain on that Phoveus chasing to you till the ends of the earth. And so far, Influence Rage, it was a great game for them. And even holding up until the 26th minute mark, almost 27 though, it was just so well executed in the first game.
Very well executed. Influence Rage actually did not have advantage for most of the game. The only key factor they needed was to make sure that goal lane was comfortable, which is of course one of the keys to victory. You got to give them the Granger, or guess what the other one was? What was that big slash after the Granger? Moskov, and that's what they got. And you could see Fury was being an absolute problem in the late game. Low kill game. I mean, 16 to 50, not exactly low, but you could see that First Blood took a long time. And why? Because of the emblem setups coming through as well. A really tanky lineup, really tanky front line for both teams, running a Tigreal as well as the Phoveus, while on the other side you had the Fredrin with the help of a Khalid and a Suyo in the jungle. So definitely was hard, and also kiting mages with the Yve and the Zushin. So it was difficult for both teams to try and pick up First Blood quite early on, and you could see that they were neck to neck throughout the entire game, Vay.
And since, you know, it's just a matter of who gets to pick off who first, because a lot of the times that was just a crucial moment, or like a crucial big part where you can actually just go in and pick someone off, and after that it was just a smooth team fight on whatever you want to commit later on. And both sides of the team, they know and they can't be really decisive on what to do. Because, you know what? It was just so patient about it, of like dragging into like what, 6 minute, fifth? No, it's around 3. Almost. Oh, sorry, it's almost a 5th minute, and finally a first blood coming in. Usually, if it's me or like in the Indo playing style, you want to go to like strong team fights. You want to go for that early first blood. But those flashy kills or that flashy skills coming in, it wasn't for them. Yeah, they were just so cautious on how they try to approach through all of this. And even look at this, the team fight participation. Look at both sides of this mid laners, Chan and also Lionel, 94% and 93%. Both of them were just really active of like, let's help out the team, let's be the support. For Lionel, it's just purely opening up vision. For Chan, it's just like, hey, I can just drop down a lot of meteors and stars to help out around the team, deal some damage, so at least I can slow everybody down, whoever you want to go in. And even, wow, a new record for Paquito, 111 assists now. It's a 1-1-1.
Hey, you know what they want? They want that 1-1-1 victory. They want to get that 3-0 as quickly as possible. Paquito, congratulations to Paquito on this new milestone, of course. 111 assists is no joke, especially in an MPL level, MPL LATAM. So congratulations to Paquito, and also Fury to secure 51 kills all across the board. It's not something you get to see quite often. That goes to show how much of an impact that they have in the game, right? Because usually we highlight Yotun with the assassins. He's able to go in and out, bob and weave, dish out the damage, try and reach the back line. But guess what? Who's creating the space for him? Paquito. Who is the one who's dishing the damage in the late game? Fury. And why? Paquito did not have a great draft on his side. His Tigreal was definitely going to be bullied by the Zushin, right? Because you know Zushin's an absolute tank bully. But it didn't really feel like he was having a tough game. My heart was beating really fast every time I see the Tigreal trying to go in frontline for the rest of the team, because the Zushin is an absolute problem. I play Rome myself. Zushin is absolute monster. It's just irritating to play against that hero, right? But for Paquito to remain calm, understand the opportunity, understand who is the target, able to shot call and take down Fanboy, who's playing a Khalid in the Rome position, using the implosion for one person with the flicker, and having the confidence to do so after he basically ulted a Natalia and everyone purified. Oh my goodness. Paquito absolutely well played on the Tiger.
And turns out one of the pillars here, our MVP of the game by Bonox on our first game today. It's Chen on the Yi for the 718 KDA. Again, kill participation around that team fight. He was just a menace. So 94% coming in, and you've seen that the Yi slowly deals a lot of damage. It's just always there, present, supporting in. And we don't see that a lot of, it's not the typical flashy type of mate that you can come and commit just for yourself. But you know what? He really relies on the Tigreal, you really rely on the Phobias. So it was just so much space created that even Fanboy and also Dominic, you can't really enter in after, well, everybody already knows what they're doing. And since that space is just created very well and everybody was just fronting for him, he can just freely open that real world manipulation and just drop a lot of bombs.
Yeah, and I think speaking of the bombs, right, the side of Infinity dropped to us and dropped upon us that Fredrin bomb on the EXP. I'm not really sure if that's what Dominic was intending to go with, because we've seen Dominic play better than that, right? Although with the limited time we've had him here on MPL LATAM Season 3, we know him from his past, of course, playing at Blacklist and also being a SEA Games gold medalist as well. So he's definitely someone that knows how to play these kind of heroes. But at the moment, Fredrin's not the greatest pick, I would say. there are definitely better options. The Badang was present, but I think they just wanted someone who could be an absolute menace, a big frontliner, try and taunt and extend these team fights further and further. So, and rather also taunt them and keep them in the grasp of course, the carry. And you can see a new record once again this season. 26 minutes and 41 second game this was, and it's only game number 1. So momentum was absolutely crucial. They needed that victory, either team, but influence rate just coming out on top just by a sliver.
Just by a little bit, but you know what? That little bit made a very great impact in the first game. And this is another bomb dropped. Like, a lot of things happened in first game. You know what? 26 minutes. It didn't felt like it because it was just like, what's gonna happen next? What are we anticipating for both sides of these teams? Who will initiate first? What type of game? What type of like flashy gameplays that they're going to commit in? But you know what? Again, with the good heroes that you've seen in the first game, we're jumping in to the second game drafting phase right now. Same as ever. Respect those heroes are coming in. Take out the Loi, take out the Granger, take out the Harith, and take out the Baksha. I think since the Baksha was just removed, the second idea popping up is the Fredrin. But I feel that you need someone to commit more or like deal more damage in the early game, or at least somewhat sustaining too, so the Fredrin can actually work quite well. Because like if you're just letting him front, that's just not enough. So that type of full commitment needs to happen if they want to use their Fredrin again. But I think for now, it's also good to just shift into like heroes that for EXP lanes they can actually initiate. I know there are a lot of heroes were banned out in the second banning phase before, but I really hope to see that most of them are quite open for now. And Moscow, respect. Let's just turn it off, even though Infinity is on the first pick.
Yeah, I think they don't want to have that outplay potential being given to the side of Influence Rage, right? Because Moscow's genuinely not a first pick material. You want to give it on the second side. Oh, they leave Kalea open! They leave Kalea open. Are we going to see the first game of Kalea MPL LATAM? Yes, we are. Kalea, the first pick, instantly locked. And now we will get to see what this hero can do in the Land of Dawn.
Okay, I'm quite excited to see. As our friends who are watching in the stream, of course, finally it's open, and it's open in day number 2. It's not in first day, because you know what? Experiments are quite open for right now. And just as what I've said before, find other EXP heroes that can also initiate on the team fights and also like deal damage if you want to go head to head, because like Phobius is still open though if they really want to lock it down. But so far it's just occurring on the first Kulia, and also Badang and a Suyo turns out. Again, still flat. It's going to be a lot of flashy gameplays coming in, and I want to see those tsunami slams. Slamming who though? Let's see.
I mean, not just a tsunami slam, right? The tidal wave, the heal that comes out, a double knock-up, a single target chain CC that's available. And speaking of chain, they give ZZ his Julian. I am not sure what Influence Rage have been thinking. They did the same thing in game number 1. They gave away so many power picks on the other side, still came out on top. They're doing the same thing again. They give ZZ his comfort pick with the Julian. Lionel gets his hands on the Sicilian. Kalea is going to be either Roam or EXP, or not sure just yet, but right now flexed over the EXP side. Coach Blackjacks is cooking something. I'm not sure what he's cooking though.
At least it's something though, so let's see if it's going to be a good soup or not. So for Influence Rage, get your marksman if you want right now, because like at least you have a potential where you can just close off. But turns out you're opting out 2 frontliners. Yeah, it's kind kind of fast though if you want to lock it at Padang and also glue. I mean, like, good composition wise though, but this kind of leaves very open on like Team Infinity. Okay, you can just pick up a better marksman later on how you're going to deal with these two heroes because you already know the frontliners. But for Influence Rage, at least there is a potential where we can try to burst what anything will happen for the side of Team Infinity. Carry though, closed off. Irisel Bruno is still up for grabs.
Hey, Irisel banned out.
But turns out they banned that Irisel.
I was gonna say that the carry being banned out is good from the side of Influence Rage because they have a lot of tanky frontline, especially the glue, right? You want to give the glue a little bit more room to work with when he goes for the split. So I like the carry ban. The Irithel just because it can be an absolute counter pick on the other side where there's no other marksman that can go 1v1 against Irithel. In the mobility that she has, ZZ's not gonna be able to catch her, and it could be used to chase down Lionel on the Sicilian as well. And right now, they should probably be looking to choke down another EXP, maybe CC. But no, they go for the Uranus, which Infinity are infamous for playing. But Farsa being banned out as well. For the high ground not being provided to Rage. Maybe go for the Eve right now?
Yeah. Pick up the Eve, at least you save a slot for your marksman to see what Team Infinity is going to pick up. Three heroes come to mind looking of these targeted bans for the gold laner. You either go for the Bruno, Brody, or Beatrix. 3Bs. Good options for now. Because like after the patch updates also, yeah, Beatrix is kind of powerful if you want to build up to that. Wow.
Double
attack
tsunami
speed
slam,
build.
huh?
Yeah. I slam you, you slam me. Eh? You don't see me.
Hey. But I got no glasses on, so you gotta be nice to me, okay? But at the same time, I think over here, taking a look
like
at
that.
Infinity, they get the high-lows. Probably could go for the Gato Catch as well, but actually they need a gold laner. Lock that Beatrix. I was gonna say the Beatrix definitely a good pick for the side of Infinity, but if I was Rage, I'd probably be looking to go for maybe a Bruno as well, because Bruno would still do good for Infinity. They have the space, they have the damage, and against the glue when he goes for the split, the Worldy definitely does a lot more damage. So the Bruno also would have been good, but right now opting to go for the Beatrix, not bad. Oh, the 1-1! They are surprising us this game. Influence Rage, the crossbow of Tang. Fury better show some fury right now, because I am excited for this game. I don't know about you, Wei. 1-1 is one of my favorite heroes in the game. I definitely want to see her in the Land of Dawn. Been a long time.
Oh, well, I actually thought of a pun when we saw Paquito's 1-1-1. I was like, deep down in my heart, I was hoping like, can a 1-1 be picked up in this meta? But turns out, Influence Rage, they will be trying that for game number 2. So like, hey, no meta heroes, all banned out, no problemo. Because you know what, there's a Beatrix, there's a 1-1, you can kind of get away. And since like you're going up against heroes who are not as tanky, but just as tanky as the high-lows though, so using that crossbow of Tang should bring up new colors or even highlights later on to just aim at everybody in. So let's see who can out-arrow who first, because it's a game of the 1-1 going up against Doom, though it should be interesting between this second game of the day, Team Infinity versus Influence Rage, just coming in strong. And I really hope it's coming in with like those flashy gameplays or like high invade moments, because both sides can do this, or they are going to try to approach this cautiously like that first game.
Hey, you know what it is? This second game, of course, it's a little surprising to see. Hey, you got your wish, Wei. Dominic is playing the Kalea in the EXP lane against this Glue. They need that region versus the region fight, and you can see right now Paquito with this Badang trying to create the space, and they're trying to take on the jungle creep, actually being reset. So I think it's a little funny to me if you ask me, but you can see Yotun making his way around the map, already hitting the level 4 power spike. Same with ZZ as well. They want to be level 3 while they gank, but they want to be very well calculated in this one.
Yeah, you gotta bait out first a lot of skills, but I mean, like, it's not those typical heavy CC skills like the implosion, but Paquito coming in.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
that's risky.
Yeah, it was very risky indeed. The chain caught him down, and instantly they get first blood in the hands of ZZ, while this Julian is definitely looking to snowball. And what I noticed with the emblem setup as well, ZZ has himself the Impure Rage, which usually is what you go when you're going for the attack speed build with that Rose Gold Meteor. But now since his role has been changed, he's not going to be doing much. You can see the Bat's Feet's coming out as well on from Lionel. Chino not level 4 yet. No splits, but available. Paquito go for the flicker play, but they catch two off guard. They secure the turtle as well. Yotun picks it up, and now ZZ will have to run away. But the sword already being used means he will definitely get taken down. And now the invasion in the jungle, while Raid say let's not do it and back out. Really well played. First blood, the Infinity got it, but they pulled one back along with the turtle.
At least you kind of can secure something good here. Fury should have an early advantage laning wise against the Beatrix, but in the late game I feel like the Beatrix would be a very hard thing to deal with the frontliners and also initiators like Dom on the Kalia, and you see Fanboy on the Hyla, so it should be better area wise if you just want to throw in a lot of the grenades later on. Like probably Bandage Ray should be good here. But if they get the chance and the moment, because Influence Rage, they are trying to rotate to the top, probably help out from the side of Fury first, but since it's just Dom there. See, so fast. I don't think that there is a major first item secured yet for now, but in the 3-minute mark, you see that grenade just getting tossed so quickly. That's the perk of the Beatrix right now.
Yeah, I think I just saw Fury pick up the corrosion site. That's definitely going to be doing a little more damage than the 1-1 would. One of the core items to start dishing out the damage definitely has the Inspire to go with the Crossbow of Tang. But at the same time, Doom needs just another item. He's going to be a menace. Probably going to go for the Malefic Gun early. Lionel able to clear out the wave fast enough to make the rotation. But Influence Rage are dominating the river thus far, thanks to the fast rotation coming in from Chino. And right now you can see they go Tsunami Slam on towards Yotun. He's trying to run away. Gets caught out with the Sanguine Claws. Gets taken down. Dominic with a really good play. And right now you can see they go into the split as well on top of him. Get Chan to pick up the kill on towards who is not having a good time. They leave and reset the turtle as Yotun was traded for ZZ.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade for both junglers, which is good. It kind of evens out and balanced out, but hey, Death Timer is not as long yet. So, Turtle would be started by Influence Rage quite well, but Dominic is just eyeing out a moment where he can just jump in and connect it. But sadly, there's no connection there to just vibe or just join in that call in that Turtle phase. But you know what, Infinity, let's just try to drag the tempo slow down, because ZZ got a farm. Because if you're really going on headstrong, a lot of team fights that you try to execute like the first game with this draft composition, you gotta be a little bit slow, because you know what, ZZ already has like 2 deaths for now.
I agree, and I think definitely for them to not go down as early as possible, because ZZ needs to get his item power spikes. But here you can see the concealed play going through from Chino. Doom is the target fanboy, and Dominic realizing they need to protect. The frontliners already present. The tidal wave coming through. The knockup. Tsunami Slam misses actually with the Purify. And you can see right now they get the fist break, fist crack combo with the glorious pathway. The split is on top. Crossbow tank is unlocked. Fury not getting the airtime just yet. Wants taking him out a little more low. And I think that was really well played. Good Purify coming through from Chan.
A lot of things were traded off, but still going in, kept strong. Even with Dom clearing out that wave, I think that the Passion will go quite well. So, not much to do. So I feel like just as like the first game, there will be a lot of skirmishes. There will be a lot of like flashy ultimates or probably skills popped up, but if there's no kills, there's no trade objectives for these both sides of the team. So you can't keep on doing that or even dragging into the late game. Somebody is going to get that disadvantage though. So
yeah, Doom,
gotta be careful with that.
Doom didn't even get that cannon minion, so starving him out a little bit more. So Doom's definitely not going to hit his item power spike as soon as we'd like to see, at least as soon as Infinity would like to see. And Fury double laning as well, protected so well by Chan, Paquito, Yotun, as well as Chino. They are doing their absolute best to make sure Fury scales up, while ZZ is able to trade on the bot side.
Okay, Influence Rage. So far, it's very good for them. Okay, conceal play coming in.
Yeah, I think Paquito has been so good so far with these conceal plays. He has been catching them off guard. You can see Dominic just dropping out of that water puddle to make sure he can zone them out. That's an absolute threat, right? Just dropping that skill one down, making sure like, hey, I can tidal wave and tsunami slam you down whenever I'd like. Because right now they get the target on towards Chino, Dominic, ZZ, and Lionel. Tsunami slam, dropping him down. He wants to go for the knockup as well with the tidal wave, but the split is there. That's the third knockup coming through, and Chino still survives.
And while we just glob of blob only to run away because all of the other splits are gone. No more gummies to tank all of that. Now I want candy.
Hey, is the debut of Kalea in MPL LATAM Season 3 gonna be a loss? Because that's what I'm looking at right now. The way that Influence Rage have controlled this game, Infinity have not been able to utilize this Kalea to the max, slotting her in the EXP. Yes, you can. You're being a wall towards this glue, but you don't really have anyone to pick off at the moment because the Wanwan has an inbuilt Purify. Chan has picked up a Purify. Yotun basically has the Blade Surge to escape, which is also another immune skill, basically another Purify. So I'm not really sure who's going to be the target. That's really well drafted as you look deeper and deeper as you get deeper into the game. 9 minutes now. Conceal already popped. Lord should be up in 15 seconds. Influence Rage in the driver's seat way.
So far, they are leading quite well. We're talking about pressure points. Wasn't really present though, but the split push potential from both sides of the jungles are still active. But hey, there's a bit of a moment there.
They get the combo. Paquito was able to do that. You can see Fury was able to pick up the kill, not yet using the crossbow of Tang, but they get the tsunami slam on towards Yotun. Doom goes in, flickers in, but he doesn't have the damage to kill Yotun just yet. It was a chained away, but right now Chino wants to go in. Fury coming through, forces the flicker out from Dominic as well, and Doom, but they trade Chan in the mid lane. ZZ was able to pick up the kill, and right now Doom finally gets the item that he was looking for, finally gets the Blade of Despair, and now Infinity will definitely start to hurt.
Feel the wrath of the Beatrix though. Slowly, Dominic is on half HP. Sure, you get that heal potential, opening up your puddle, but Fanboy is just looking for an opening now against Influence Rage.
Yeah, the Lord being reset once again. The Lord being reset once again. They gotta dance, right? At the moment, they're looking to split the far side. That's where ZZ wants to go at least. But you can see 3 of them grouping up in the mid lane. Fury, Chino, as well as Chan. And now the wave pressure being there on the top side, Paquito has to answer, but he doesn't want to. He's the roamer. He should be looking to make the play. Conceal not going to be there just yet, but Doom doesn't have the flicker. ZZ not being seen on the map just yet. The go signal should be now for Influence Rage to take the Lord. Oh, Conceal coming through. Paquito gets on towards Doom as well. He gets taken down, and you can see they secured the Lord as well. Chino creating the space. He's going for the split. Paquito as well as Yotun with the help of Fury and Chan, and Chino zoning them out, was able to utilize when ZZ wasn't present, but he goes in for the sword on towards Yotun, doing so much damage. He's able to get out with the Blade Surge, trying to sustain as well, but the kill should come through, but the chip just not enough. The range wasn't present. Fury picks up the Malefic gun, and now definitely looking to start taking these turret structures.
Good side push though by Team Infinity, but you're just only down for one lane up until the end. And with that passive of the Holy Shield down, should be a good sign though, but both eyes on the junglers are just like going in hefty.
Oh no! Goodness. The damage from ZZ is absolutely insane, but the Tsunami Slam on towards Paquito catches him off guard. They lose 2 in the midst of this Lord push. Neutralize the threat completely. Infinity now trying to take control back slowly and surely, but look at ZZ's positioning. He's trying to pick someone off. Nobody spots him out just yet.
And our peak current viewer record at 6K coming in that strong also. Wow! Almost surviving that hard.
He used the IMU Tsunami Slam. We've seen it all away. We've seen it all with the Kalea. Chan actually tried to outplay that situation, but ZZ was just a little too quick enough to get out of there. So at the moment, really well played. And of course, you saw that, guys. We've hit our peak 6K concurrent viewers at the moment. Really well done for, of course, MPL LATAM Season 3. And that comes through with a lot of gifts and giveaways.
And that will be happening on the Brazilian official YouTube comment section though. So guys, whoever you're watching right now from the English desk, you are very, very welcome to join in and drop your IDs down first. Probably get a chance for the lucky draw, and then come back to English to just hear out, because on the English stream, just the diamonds are just waiting for you guys. We have more unique codes for skins, of course, and while waiting on the game, you guys could also get and redeem while waiting for the code later on. It's not now, guys, because we're still in the game. We're gonna focus on this now, so you guys can see all of those action-packed things and not mid-redeeming. What happens if you mid-redeem and then there's a big moment? Would you watch it or would you redeem it?
Not really sure. I'd probably try and redeem it, definitely. But at the moment, what they need to watch out for is that the Lord is up. Lionel has the range. They need someone to create the space, and you can see Chan using the IMU takes away the Tsunami Slam. No Purify on the other side, so definitely gonna be looking to single target out someone, and that someone's got to be Lionel, right? You can see Chan already going through. He gets stunned in with the Law and Order, gets out as well. Right now the Glorious Pathway is there. They're trying to sandwich them down. You can see the first one to fall is definitely Chan, with the damage coming out from Lionel. As mentioned, he's absolutely monstrous. He goes in for the tidal wave Tsunami Slam combo, and he gets Chino as well. Well done, Infinity. Dominic going for the play, making sure why Kalea is such a broken pick. You gotta respect Bandit, and now they get the Lord. 14 minutes, 45 seconds into the game, and now looking to take advantage the side of Infinity.
Wow, it just comes in at the right moment in the midst of that team fight, since like everybody is all together there. Dominic is just like, I can pick somebody, I can just throw and slam somebody, and then turns out it was somebody important from Inference Rage. That kind of turns on that moment for Team Infinity. Okay, one frontliner down, nobody's there. No copies up too from Chance IMU. So Team Infinity, since you get that momentum and the pressure on the map right now, I think it's a very great time to just push in, because like, you know, on the top lane, you gotta go from that split, you gotta turn down that tier 2, and everybody will be busy on the mid lane. But on the bottom though, Lord is just marching in.
Yeah, and I think there Dominic actually preemptively used the flicker with the tidal wave as well. I'm not really sure what he was thinking. Try to make an outplay, but right now no flicker going to be present to make a play. Nonetheless, Lionel going with a Bat's Impact. Bat's Feast baited out as well. The Lord is there, taking down. Oh my goodness! Bennett's Rage pop with that Bat's Impact, taking down Chino. And now he's not taking enough. The damage is definitely there. The chain coming through. Fury's there trying to kite out himself. Glorious Path to slow them down. Coming in from both sides with the IMU as well from Chan. And right now you can see the damage is way too much from the side of Infinity. They get the inhibitor on the bot side. And now Fury, no space for him to. There's no space for him to unlock the crossbow of Tang. Paquito needs to do that. He goes in for the tidal wave once more. Dominic blading out the blade surge, and now with the mid lane trying to be exposed, he goes in with the chain, gets the 2-man knock up ZZ, but you can see at the same time Glorious Pathway coming through from Fanboy, slowing them down. Bennett's Rage pop once more. 2 inhibitors taken out with a singular Lord push.
Good pressure, and even 4 turrets down. That is a very good trade with 1 Lord from the hands of Team Infinity. Influence Rage, they were just finally given space right now to breathe out. And from all of those moments coming in, sure, Team Infinity, you kind of missed out on that tidal wave on the first moment there. But, Influence Rage coming in with a concealed play. Turns out it was a
beautifully done. Beautifully done by Fanboy, right? Good, Glorious Pathway to slow them down. Nice concealed play as well. Both teams realizing they need to pick their moments. That was the moment for Influence Rage. Cancelled out definitely by the Glorious Pathway. The Lord going to be up in 15 seconds while Fury's on the top side of the wave and put some pressure on the map.
Coming in strong, from Influence Rage. I think if they want to win this fight, you gotta let Paquito shine. You gotta let Paquito find a great angle to just go in with that fist crack and fist break combo. But the question is, if you're just getting someone from the frontliner, it's kind of hard. Because like, Dominic can just come in at any moment.
Yeah, you can see Paquito was able to make that play with the fist crack, fist break combo, but right now that was more than enough for Infinity to tank away. But you can see Bat's Feast coming out from Chan as well, but at the same time Fanboy making him low, but you can see the split is there and he gets taken down finally. But with that tidal wave and tsunami slam, they take down Chino once more. It is a 1-for-1 trade, but Fury still has the crossbow of Tank, but the rage present from Lionel means that he's not going to be able to do so. Paquito gets taken down by Bennett. And right now, Doom has the damage. Lionel has the damage. Dominic has the heal. They have no way to survive. Yotun trying to go in with the blade surge as well. Gets the kill on towards Dominic. And guess what? There is Unstoppable on the side of Doom. They also get the Lord. It's 18 minutes plus marching down the mid lane. 3 down from the side of the Rage. Will they be able to defend?
Wasn't a clutch gameplay, but Fury spotted out right now. Almost taken down by with the WN present there with the crossbow of Tang. With the immortality coming in right on time. It's just leaving these 3 people to defend on the side of Influence Rage. ZZ coming in hard from the top, but Lord, they have a bigger problem to clear out. But turns out, thank goodness, Paquito is just alive right on time.
No, the Bennett's Rage is way too much. No crossbow of Tank right now. They take down ZZ, but the damage coming through from Lionel is way too much. Infinity take the base crystal, make it 1-1 in this best of 5.
It turns out that 1-1 moment wasn't in the favor of 1-1 from Influence Reach, because Team Infinity, the way they try to secure and also play it out, again, a powerful new hero, a new thing to explore, a new lineup to just readjust later on in the teamfight composition. They made it work, and with the Kalia on the EXP though, they are really experimenting. We've seen that flex. You can probably go to the XP, you can probably go to the rover, but turns out Dom getting that moment where you can just initiate quite a lot. And for me, the hidden man of the day is just ZZ. You don't see him much in the early, because you know what? Always split pushing. You're not always present there during all the team fights, but when the most crucial moment on Team Infinity needs him the most, he can just come in and just serves a lot of damage against Team Influence Rage. And you know what? At the end of the day, he can just clear out a lot of things, because like those combos on the Julian plus the comfort heroes that he's just already know that, okay, I can excel, I can do well in this Julian, let me play, let me shine. And Team Infinity was just so powerful in this draft in game number 2. Other than getting the Kalia, it's just a lot of the updated heroes too, plus the comfort heroes were just given out like that. It's not even respecting moment, because like there are other things to shift around. You have the Ranger, you have the Harith, you have the Moskov. Since everybody was just so focused on that, you forgot the Julian, you forgot the Chusim, you forgot the Kalia, and you know what? Those important moments, those important heroes, those are the deal breakers apparently for these games.
Yeah, I think it definitely the not giving away the Kalea, the ZZ's comfort pick, you give away Lionel's comfort pick. I'm not really sure what Influence Rage are doing, right? They did that game number 1, they got away with it, not twice in a row, man. Because right now, if you take a look at the emblem setup, going for the tank emblem, Dominic was hella tanky on that Kalea, but at the same time, you could see ZZ opting in for a fast clear, going for the Impure Rage. Maybe could have actually gone for a lethal ignition to try and dish out extra bit of damage, but that Impure Rage helping him survive in the crucial times by using the enhanced sword. And also Lionel was an absolute monster with the Sicilian. And once Doom got his Blade of Despair, there was no turning back from his side. But if you look at Influence Rage's emblems, nothing new, nothing out of the ordinary at the moment. Of course, Suyo did go for the Thrill rather than the Swift to be a little faster in the jungle clear. Some would agree, some would disagree. I think that comes down to personal choice. Me personally, I definitely like to go for the Swift just because you can clear the jungle creeps a little faster in the early game and even in the late game. But at the moment, if you take a look at the itemization, nothing crazy coming out. Glue was tanky enough in the early game. I actually had to buy the Twilight armor as well to make sure he can tank the shots coming through from Lionel's Bat Impact. Chan went for a cooldown reduction build with a lot of anti-heal and burst damage with that Wishing Lantern. And of course, Fury not able to hit that item Power Spike. Went for the Trinity with that Malefic Gun. Some would agree, some would disagree. Maybe a Wind Talker instead kind of would have done the trick, but Trinity still works. People still debating about Wanwan's build. Nothing out of the ordinary there. There are 2 ways you can go. You can go crit, you can go attack speed. Right now with the Trinity, with that Sea Halberd Malefic Gun, definitely maxed out attack speed. Maybe needed another damage item, right, to try and be the difference maker.
Yeah, because I think that last item is trying to respect to Doom, also building up to an immortality. Because, you know, on the 1-1, sure, you have a built-in Purifier, but you're not as sustaining as that if you're facing up a team that you can go guns blazing, like for example ZZ, Lionel, and also Doom's type of heroes. But for this point, I think it really works very well for Doom playing on that attack speed Beatrix. But for 1-1, I think can readjust to some of the crit and also the attack speed rather than just focusing solely on the attack speed. But overall, it was a satisfying game to see on how they tried to make an impact, on how they try to play it. Less team fights though in this game, not as long and not as prolonged type of team fight situations like in the first game. So looking even at the stats at the end, it wasn't as big as the number in the first game comparing to the first game. But while we see new heroes, we see new colors being brought in game number 2, this would probably shift and let go of a prioritized ban hero later in game number 3.
Yes, I think game number 3, Influence Rage, you gotta start respecting these power picks, right? You can't get away with it twice. A lot of pressure was put on game number 1, but guess what? Game number 2, MVP, brought to you by Bonoxis, is of course our Lionel on that Sicilian. 417 KDA, 41% damage, 79% kill participation. You can see that what he did was not only impactful in the mid game and the late game, but also the early game with this bad impact, bad feast combo, dishing out so much damage, cutting down the range of Fury as well in the late game, making sure this 1-1 is rendered useless. That has been the sole focal point for the side of Infinity by picking up the Sicilian. That is why I try not to pick the 1-1 against the Sicilian, because you want to go in and try and get the crossbow of Tang unlocked and then, you know, pew 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 from the air. But just Sicilian being a menace, not being able to, maybe instead could have actually gone for the rose gold meteor as well to try and extend that bit of sustain in these team fights. Just didn't work out for the 1-1. I was so excited to see 1-1 once again back. Just did not expect it to go against a Sicilian, and kind of sad that the 1-1 lost out. But on the bright side, Kalea unbeaten, undefeated in MPL LATAM.
For now, it's a 100% win rate. I think it would be a ban unless the sides switch out in game number 3. So probably they want to try to take that, but it can also be anticipated to just like close down, because you know what's not closed right now, Kronos?
Is it the website from Bonoxis to make sure you recharge your diamonds? Yes, it is.
It's open 24/7. Hell yeah. It's open 24/7 for you guys. Full service. Okay. Recharge your diamonds with a 5% discount. Use your limited code right now, BNXMPL3 at Bonox.com, because that is the only way and only place to top up, the top place for Latin American regions.
Yeah, and you know what? I was thinking about how lonely it must be for players to actually play a solo queue, try and take part in tournaments, not knowing how to do it. Because I remember when Gabriel was singing the song Lonely, right, the other day, he said he was so lonely. But you know what, folks? If you want to play tournaments, you want to host tournaments, you're not going to be lonely, because the only destination you got to go to is community gaming. It is, of course, the ultimate platform offering esports competitions, professional and automated payment solutions as well for communities. Host tournaments for all types of games, especially Mobile Legends Bang Bang. We provide all the tools, full support to organize your esports events, and we being community gaming, of course, whether you want to compete or host your own tournament, visit communitygaming.io right now.
And of course, you get the skins, you get the skills. Again, you gotta have the phone though. The only one and the MVP of our hearts, MVP in the game also, and MVP in your photos. The only series here, Techno Camon 40 series, capture every victory, and also incredible camera and flash snap. You know that feature where you can just suddenly go slow, you can suddenly capture a great moment from there, from even just as if like a professional highlight here. You gotta use Techno Camon 40 series, because that's the only way to go.
And not just that, the only way to go is for you guys to take out your phones and make sure you go to the settings and hit that redemption code button right now, because we got the redeemable code. I'm looking for my phone trying to redeem this code, but it's not in my sight. Maybe I gotta wear my glasses back again because I'm not able to see. But you know what else? You guys can see the screen though. The code right now is Y6C24IQFA. So make sure you get that code down quick. Otherwise, Vey actually, you know, she's sneaky. She's got her hands under the table trying taking that code while nobody's watching. But at the moment, make sure you redeem your code right now. And oh, see, she already found it. She already got probably maybe 2 magic dust. But what we got right now is, of course, game number 3 in our hands. The draft already underway. As you can see, Lu Yi, Hayabusa, and Moskov being banned out on the blue side, which is the Infinity and Influence Rage back on the red, taking away the Herith, the Baxia, as well as the Julian, leaving the Kalea open once more, and the Granger, they pay the price. Infinity say, hey, we do not want the Kalea, we want the Granger. It has been proven, it has been tested, and right now, if you want to pick up the Kalea, go ahead. We'd like to see what you can do with it.
Yeah, because like Influence Rage, you can probably pick it up as a roamer. You want to go trade it off. Hey, if you've seen how Kalea perform as an EXP, let's just try to bring it up with a roamer. Pair it up with a Fulvia since it's still wide open. It could be a broken combination, or you bring up some like tanky highlight moments. You can bring in like a Gatakacha or Hylos, but turns out Influence Rage. So they are trying to opt out on the Phobius and Matilda. Will they bring out Yon's Alpha though for the next one?
I mean, they leave the Kalea with the Suyo open.
Yeah,
they're doing it again.
Infinity.
They're doing it again, and they leave the Sicilian open as well. I mean, the Sicilian definitely not such a big prio pick, but definitely in the first half. But guess what? Infinity don't want to bite the bait. They want their backline. They want that late game. They want the range. They want the damage. They got the Granger. They got the Sicilian. They get the front line with the Hylos. But now Rage on the other side. I'm not really sure what they're going to go. The Suyo is open. The Kalea is open. But now without, they don't need the Kalea. They already got the Matilda with the Phobius. They're saying like, we don't want this hero whatsoever. But don't forget, we saw Chan play the Matilda in the mid lane as well.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to mention
it
could be flex.
It could be a flex right now. And maybe they go into the second phase as well without picking up the Kalea. They needed to pick up the Suyo because it's going to get banned out right now anyway. They're leaving the Kalea open for Infinity to ban, with the fact that Chan can still play this Matilda in the mid lane. But they need magic damage in the gold lane though.
Since we're talking about that potential, Chusin is still wide open. If ever they want to swerve that Matilda back to the roamer, Chan can pick up that Chusin. Laning wise, it should be okay against the Sicilian, but it's going to be a menace though, providing vision later on. But turns out it was them banning out the Alpha, because you know what, Team Infinity, you get like good heroes, you get damage dealers from Granger and Sicilian, and even they close out the Jawhead because you don't want that aggressive potential coming in from Rage. And even an Akai was just denied from Influence Rage.
I like the Akai ban. I like the Akai ban. Just because of the fact that you know that the front line is required for the side of Infinity. They have the backline secured already. The Cho being taken off the table just to prevent any sort of pickoffs. That means the Joy is going to be coming through from the side of Infinity as the jungler, because he wants to dive on towards the stationary mid lane that Chan might play, which is the Eve right now. Eve is available for grabs. Does well against the Sicilian. Kind of pokes him out. Definitely puts him into trouble when he's in the RWM. I'm not really sure what they're thinking on this angle, because Influence Rage have thrown us off so many times. The Kalea is still left open. It's still a good pick. They go for the Irithel in the goal lane, a straight counter towards Doom's Granger.
Okay.
But Infinity need to find an answer too.
I really thought that they would bring up that Fulvius Kalea combo though, because you know what, Matilda, you can just flex it up. At least there will be another like tanky boy.
Oh yeah.
Since you missed out on that one, you pick up the Kalea. Really, I really thought that Influence Rage can pick up the Kalea because there's no rush picking that Irithel. And it turns out they want to try and make the Fredrin work, but this time the Fredrin though, as a jungle?
I was gonna say they want to play the front to back.
No, but this is just all heavy on Doom and Lionel on how they perform and how they try to chunk down those tanky boys from Influence Rage, but so far it's Phovius and a Matilda. It's still a semi. Gatot if you need somebody more tanky too. But I think
you know
it's
what?
Too much.
Pop the Matilda in the roam and
put
the
yeah.
Just take the Matilda in the roam.
How about
Take a
Lunox?
Nathan in the mid lane. Just bring it back. Oh, the high ground with the Xavier
Xavier
is good. I like the Xavier, but Influence Rage draft is just a lot of win condition. They have the late game, they have the early game, the goal lane to kind of counter the Granger. A lot of mobility on the side of Irithel, which they're gonna have a hard time to catch. So definitely Irithel gonna be on the Purify for this one. So will the Xavier. Suyo is gonna have a good time in the jungle in the early game. Matilda has a lot of work put out, and the Phovius. So definitely Chino and Paquito have a lot of work in their hands for the side of Influence Rage, but Infinity, Lionel, and Doom, like you mentioned, Bay.
again, like, okay, for me, Influence Rage, they really gotta fill out a lot more conditions if they want to win. But Infinity, you know what to do. You go in, you front, whatever happens, let the people needs to shine, they can shine. So let's see how it goes and how will it be secured coming in strong. Match number 1 of the day, game number 3, MPL LATAM. Infinity against Influence Rage. Let's see who can secure another point for their team.
Hey, it is a best of 5, of course. This is only game number 3. Whoever gets this will get match point, because you can take a look at the emblem setup. Focusing mark coming in from Paquito, gonna be a big difference maker. While on the other side, they have a lot of Impure Rages and Concussive Blast to dish out more damage and try and sustain more and more in these team fights. Dominic poking out Chino so far. It's a nice to watch a different laning matchup, especially this Kalea. But at the moment, ZZ in the jungle needs a lot of leash coming through, and probably going to be a big difference maker in these team fights. He's going to be wanting to use the taunt to keep the rest of Influence Rage more and more in these team fights, while Doom and Lionel can dish out the damage.
I mean, if ZZ on the Fredrin, there will be a shift on how they will try to play the far lane later on, because like you've seen him on the Assassin, he can just split push so freely, but right now
Yotun, able to get out with that late surge, but the taunt was there on time, and guess what? Lionel picks up first blood with the Bat's impact, as ZZ was the one dishing out the taunt. That's what I spoke about just a bit earlier, right? He wants to use the taunt to keep them longer in the fight, paid dividends on towards Yotun.
And even right now, Kalea, main target here for Dominic. A flicker poked up defensively, even chance for skill hit, but it didn't miss or even taken Dominic down yet. But because of that great zone, Hui-chan going up against Team Infinity, Influence Rage just pocketed that first turtle so cleanly and so fast. That's good for them.
Yeah, I think really well played, of course, by Influence Rage. They got themselves the first turtle, did give away the first blood, so kind of evened out the score. Although the first blood was definitely a really good, Sanguine Claws coming through from Lionel. But right now, beautiful skin, of course, from Chan with this Xavier, the Jujutsu Kaisen collab. And if you guys want to get skins for yourself, make sure you recharge with Bonox's 5% discount. BNX MPL 3. That's the code to make sure you get that discount. Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're getting discounts. Or else you gotta wait for the skin codes later on. Ooh, down bottom lane.
Yeah, the 1v1 doing really well. You can see right now Dawning Light coming through as well from Chan, immobilizing Lionel. So they have a high ground versus high ground, right? A lot of range on both sides. Fury, Purify, Chan with the Purify, Paquito with the Purify as well. So right now, ZZ with a taunt going in onto where Chan, who has to use the Purify to get out. But guess what? There is that big appraises Wrath, making sure to secure the kill, as Chan had to bite the dust there.
But I think that the pace in this game, you gotta drag it out a little bit mid to late, at least that, because that's the condition only for Infinity. But Influence Rage, they gotta check out a lot of those boxes though if they want to shine later on in the game. So around the 6-minute mark, we should see more action though. But you know what? What's waiting? The turtle is up right now, and it's up for grabs. And totally, of course, presented by Bonox, coming in strong.
Ooh.
8s going in.
Circling Eagle. Paquito is there, gets a knock up on towards Lionel. Glorious Path to cut them off as well. Chino going in with the influence. Oh my god, Infernal Pursuit, but Doom got the kill on towards Paquito. He caught me by surprise right there, but ZZ creating the zone against Chino, but Yotun was able to pick up the kill on towards Lionel. Now no backline present. You can see the taunt coming on towards Chino, but he wants to be in these team fights longer and longer with that Infernal Pursuit. And Yotun right now going, hammering away at the turtle. Chan just creating those mystic fields that are a problem right now for Infinity.
And I mean, looking at the Xavier right now, it will be a bigger problem than the Sicilian, because like both, okay, sure they have reach, but right now you can see Gojo just being a menace. If you guys follow with the anime, it's just him ringing in my head of like his hehehehe, those back sounds coming in. But even with Influence Rage, they can actually rotate faster, because you know what, there's the Matilda. The in and out potential during team fights is there. This question is just how Infinity want to try and play along during those team fights, because like if you all in right now to Infinity to Influence Rage, it's kind of hard though, because most of the skills from the hero drafts of Team Infinity is just one combo go. It's not those things that you can just come in and out.
Definitely not something that you can come in and out of. But what you can see is Paquito right now picked up that Flask of the Oasis, because a lot of heal gonna be on board. Didn't actually finish the boots as well, so Influence Rage are gonna be sustaining longer and longer in these team fights. You can see the Dawning Light coming through as well. He stole away that gold crab, and you can see that gold coin just flying all the way from the top side on towards Chan from Influence Rage. And these mystic fields have been creating so much problems, right, in these team fights. And now they need to find a way to get ZZ in the middle to try and taunt them back into these team fights, so that Lionel and Doom can dish out a lot more damage.
Again, you gotta wait for those item spikes for now if you want Infinity to shine, because it's really heavily relied on Lionel and also Doom. And 6 minutes should be okay for them to start though, since they have that kill lead. Is it 3-1? But Influence Rage so far still coming in strong for that turtle objective. And even Chino, he zoned out so well. Even Infinity's Fatboy and also ZZ weren't able to just come in. I'm just waiting for a good moment here where Dominic can just shine and just come in and be flashy with the tsunami slams and the tidal waves. But so far, there are no moments created like that. But a mirror play is going to commence right now.
Yeah, you can see they're trying to mirror, right? Fanboy with that glorious pathway, trying to slow them down. Yotun gets caught out in the Sanguine Claws. The damage from left, right, and center. Oh, he's bobbing and weaving. He's trying to get out of the harm's way, but they're able to juggle the turret damage. But at the same time, you can see the tidal wave from Dominic going through, and right now Tsunami Slam not present. You see how he goes with the knockup with that big circling eagle. They get that tier 1 tower in the mid lane and trade away the top and the bot tier as well. So W for Influence Rage?
We're talking about trades. So far, for now, they finally equalize on the gold though. That, at least that. Because you can't really see from killing wise, because they've got like 3 objectives in their hands, which is good. But again, just waiting the time where Infinity can shine during in like those team fights, because no one is initiating anything yet. And even on Influence Rage side, it's just waiting for a good moment. If everybody's there on the side of Infinity, I can just come in. And so far, it's just relied on Chino to just either zone or just, okay, main target is either Lionel or Doom. So they can play out that. But even Dominic getting scared. Ooh.
Yeah. He went in with that circling eagle, Paquito in towards the deep end. And right now they get that top side being cleared as well. Fury using the guiding wind to go on towards the Lord. And right now the pressure is on towards Infinity. They have a lot more kills compared to Influence Rage, but Influence Rage have converted those kills into these towers, zoned them away, and now are hammering away at the Lord as well. You can see Infernal Pursuit from Chino on his way to zone them out. You can see at the same time they get the kill on towards Lionel. Really well done from Chino to zone them out, and now using the guiding wind to get out of harm's way as well. Influence Rage are ahead and have the advantage.
And so far they are just controlling everything so well. And Infinity, they just gotta wait on the right moment, because you know what, Circling Eagle coming in.
Yeah, and at the same time, you can see ZZ is the target. He gets into half HP, trying to taunt, but now Doom and Lionel. Doom has the damage, but they're not just able to get it because there's only 2 damage sources, and Chino's doing an absolutely brilliant job just tanking them away. And also this Matilda being a complete problem. They get caught in the Mystic Field, but at the same time, you can see the double knockup coming through on towards Yotun. The Glorious Pathway is there, but the Guiding Wind helping him survive Chino in the midst of it. But here comes Fury with the crossbow. And right now, Dominic taken down low as well. Really well played. Really well juggled from the side of Influence Rage.
Yeah, bringing up the Matilda was giving such a great impact for Influence Rage. They can just come in whatever, but you know what? That's another coming
damage.
In hot.
On towards Chino. He gets taken down. The Lord gone as well. The Holy Shield not present on the top side. Bot side, Holy Shield cleared out as well. Only the mid lane left standing. But at the same time, Doom's Rhapsody just does a lot of damage. Why? Because he has the Hunter Strike. He has, of course, that Sky Piercer, Malefic Roar, and now building on towards that Sea Halberd to try and prevent the extra bit of heal. Cut down the heal that's coming through from Paquito.
And you know what, Influence Rage, since they kind of get this momentum in their pocket, and objective-wise, they still have more turrets. So Infinity, they gotta work a little bit harder. With that flicker out defensively by Dominic, it's kind of like a clear go where Influence Rage, if you just want to join in the team fight, let's just join in. Because, like, you know what, whatever happens, I do have the Guiding Wind to help me. I do have the Circling Eagle to initiate later on. And just mess around with Infinity's positioning. So would be a problem though if Influence Rage keep this up, because Infinity, they really need to come out a solution quite early.
Oh yeah, you can see the taunt from ZZ making sure there's Tsunami Slam coming through from Dominic on towards Yotun. He gets caught out as well. And right now, Paquito wanted to go in with the Circling Eagle, but will have to run away. Beautiful, glorious pathway coming through from Fanboy as well. They found the opportunity. No Blade Surge present from Yotun. It means that it was clear time for Dominic with this Kalea to use that Tsunami Slam, knock him up, knock him down, and now have no retribution power over the Lord, the side of Influence Rage.
Yeah. You gotta at least pick somebody off first, because I mean it's a good start for them, because Yodin just going to rise up from the dead for 4 more seconds right now, just as a good zone and a chunking meltdown on the side of Paquito. So 1 frontliner down, it's a clear go for Team Infinity to get this objective and secured it.
Yeah, they got the Lord, of course, that neutral objective, which will help them push these towers, because the map is looking a lot less blue than they would like. The target definitely going to be all the tier 2s on the top side of the bot side, maybe even the tier 2 in the mid lane as well, if they are successful. But they definitely need Lionel and Doom well protected, and that's why you can see Dominic and Fanboy along with ZZ doing a great job trying to scout out these bushes to make sure that they are safe.
And the way they're moving is just on the 3-2 unit. You're not alone. You can just come in and out because you know what? You know, Influence Rage, they can come in and strong.
Yeah, they actually did clear out the way of the Lord as well, but at the same time, you see Glorious Pathways there. Oh, good guiding win from Paquito to make sure they run away. The Lord already really low, but the longer the Lord takes to get cleared out, the longer it is that the super minion waves will keep spawning. And right now, the mid lane is the target. Mystic Field is there. They get the Sanguine Claws onto Archino as well, taking out super low, but at the same time, they cleared the wave. Mid lane tier 1 tower, absolutely less damage done. Really good defense coming out from Influence Rage. They don't lose a single tower from that push.
And even though Infinity got the Lord, I don't think that it is a good trade-off because you didn't get any turrets down. On paper, of course, with that trade, it wasn't as good. And for me, you just gotta have a good comment on Jotun coming in, not aiming at anyone, not aiming at Lionel at that time. He was just aiming at the minions. So, like, no one can push in, no one can try to fight it out. At least that's down. My job is done. Because, like, since you're on the Fredrin, you don't have that split push potential. And even on Influence Rage side, Jotun is just doing his best on try to enable a split push moment. But Team Infinity, they just move as a unit, up top, down bottom, here and there, here and there. So it's just so well protected, even though it's not the jungler's job right now. But hey, coming in strong.
Paquito, very aggressive with that circling eagle, right? Super strong going through. And Doom definitely got caught off guard. He was trying to bait out a flicker just before the Lord. Really calm coming in from Doom and Lionel, both making sure not to bait out any of these spells as they're going to be absolutely crucial before the Lord take.
7 more seconds. I almost said minutes. For the Lord coming in. I think Influence Rage, they got moments on prolonged team fight, but for the side of Team Infinity, they gotta fight a little bit harder because you gotta secure at least someone to pick off first, so then you can outnumber them in fights. Because even if not, Influence Rage really has a solid lineup where they can just initiate and also clean up whatever and whoever started on that team fight. For Infinity, it's just a Lord dance right now, pulled here and there, and wow, with that dawning light, it's just a menace coming in, even with the lantern though. So right now, Dominic is just eyeing on Chino, eyeing on Jotun. Let's see who can they get. That's Influence Rage. 5 people, 5 man online right now in that Lord pit.
The tango has started. The Lord dance is real for both sides. 1-1 is the score. Best of 5. The one that wins this game will get the momentum and actually take it to match point. In the mid lane, Chen got poked up. Purify already not there. Paquito had to save him with the guiding wind, and right now you can see that's why the Lord taking out a quarter HP. The Glorious Pathway to cut them off as well. Dawning Light coming through, but not present. But you can see Paquito trying to go in with the circling eagle. The knockup coming through from Chino, but at the same time, Tsunami Slam is there, and he's trying to go in for a lot more. Chan getting taken down. Dominic traded. Really well played from the side of Infinity. They got him down, but here's ZZ in the thick of it. At the same time, Fury trying to shout the damage. ZZ in no man's land, and Infinity leave him all alone. He gets taken down. They take the Lord, but pay the price of 2. Now the Lord going to be marching down the top side. Will Influence Rage be able to defend?
I think for this one, they can still sustain. They can still defend this. I don't think that Infinity will get a turret down, though. At least one. Since you're playing on the split push potential, even though like Influence Rage, you're still very active down at the bottom lane, but the Glorious Pathway coming in. Ooh, wow,
yeah, Glorious Pathway is there. Yeah, it was, but at the same time, you can see they're trying to defend. The Lord is on the top side, marching through, so no engage tool present for the side of Infinity, as they don't have ZZ as well, the frontliner. So this Lord is going to be taken down quite easily, and now Influence Rage buy themselves more time. And to be honest, they, for the past 10 to 12 minutes, actually not, maybe past 10 minutes, Influence Rage have not lost a lot on the map. Just that one tower that was in the mid lane after 2 Lords. That is really good defense coming in from Influence Rage.
Yeah, so that's why, like, what I was saying at the early start after getting the first Lord, like, I think Infinity just gets gold out from that because there are no good trade-offs other than taking that neutral objective, because like no turrets down, even at least damages a little bit, but like again, none of them are just down. For Influence Rage, all tier 2s are still up and online. Okay, some are half HPs, but still good. And we're talking about the overall in-game equipment dragging into the late game. Irithel is going to hurt a lot with those crit, and also, a lot of momentum items coming in.
Glorious pathways there, circling Eagle going through as well. ZZ got taken down. Chino right now low HP, but the damage coming through from Chan is there. You can see heavy crossbow from Fury is out. Dominic kept in with that Mystic Field, has to flicker out of harm's way as well. ZZ got taken down twice before a crucial neutral objective take, before a crucial push. So now again, not going to be present for the Lord unless Influence Rage will be delaying this Lord take. They're trying to pressure the waves from all sides. 15 seconds till the Lord spawns up.
And looking at Dominic and also Fanboy hovering around that area, I don't think that it is wise to go headstrong against Influence Rage on this Lord, because you guys are outnumbered. One of your frontliners is down, and plus you know what, that Guiding Wind and that Circling Eagle is just a menace. So Influence Rage, it's all theirs to take. Right now, Infinity, you get good high ground defense too. You have Lionel on the Sicilian. You have those sustaining heroes like ZZ and also Fanboy. Dominic can help out. At least you can try to defend this Lord, because for me, I don't think that this will be the last push for Influence Rage, but at least they can get 2 tier 3 turrets down.
Yeah, definitely looking. I think Influence Rage are trying to end the game right now. Definitely, they have the 18+ minute Lord. It's a strong Lord. Definitely, they want to be near it, make it tankier, harder to take down, and then try and end the game. They're trying to clear the waves as well right now, so the push from the Lord is going to be absolutely slow. They're trying to sink the waves, the bot side, the top side, and the mid lane, all going to be crashing at the same time. Paquito using the Guiding Wind to make sure his teammates survive. The Lord crashing down on the top side, taking away the inhibitor, and now Infinity need to find a way to defend. They have the range to try and take it down, but here the second tier inhibitor taken down in the bot side. Oh my goodness, the damage on towards Lionel. He gets taken down by Chino, who flickers in with the play. And they get their target, and now the mid lane is the one that's open. And ZZ gets caught in the Mystic Field. Paquito making sure he's going aggressive with a double knockup. Winter Crown being baited out from Dominic as well. There's no possible way for them to engage. He has a Tsunami Slam, but it's only a single target. ZZ goes in trying to taunt them out, but Chino is just way too much for them to deal with. At the same time, Dominic gets a Tsunami Slam on toward Jotun, but he is not the target. The target, Chan, being left wide open along with Fury. The base crystal left exposed. Right now they can try and go through. Doom is trying to clear the wave, but Influence Rage take the base crystal after a double kill off the back of Chino.
2-1. Finally in game number 3. It was a hard patch. It was a very good lineup for overall both sides of the teams, but Influence Rage, they got to hit a lot of the conditions that we've talked about before during the draft, and they managed to check all of that list down. Because you know what, the only thing hard for Team Infinity is just having Dom and also Lionel to carry on the team, because other than that, you just gotta front it, you just gotta go head to head with it. But plus Influence Rage, they just answered that Fredrin pick so well, even though it was picked at the last. But Paquito on that Matilda, it's just so overpowering because like you don't know when to enter. When you enter, you can just go out. It was just so easily to do so. And even at the end, Dom and Lionel, like they weren't give like a lot of kills or even a lot of stacks to rack up. Here's the thing about Sicilian and also the Granger composition. Either one can rise up, but you gotta let one rise up first. You can't go and also funnel both people at the same time. Either you get stacks or you get kills from the Skypiercer. And so far, since there aren't any like initiations at the early game that can lead Doom invest on those stacks, on the Skypiercer stacks. So I don't think that it is in favor of Team Infinity's draft for now. But overall, wow, Influence Rage. They are really enraged for the third game.
Match point. That's all I can say. Match point on their side. I think even in this game, they gave away power picks towards the other side, right? And that they're okay with that. They've dealt with it before. I'm not really sure how they do it, but Influence Rage somehow, some way have their own pace, take their game at their own style, and Infinity were not able to respond because if you take a look at the emblems, nothing crazy. Once again, 3 Concussive Blast and 2 Impure Rage coming out. The Concussive Blast created the wave and also dish out some damage from their side, but for Influence Rage, a mixed bag of things. Once again, going with the thrill on the Suyo, working out, but you can see that Chan had that mastery to get that cooldown reduction in the Mage Emblem. But this time, again, Paquito rocking that focusing mark, making sure when he targets down one singular hero, they're gonna have a problem. A lot more damage being dealt from afar. Fury with the 405 KDA, nothing crazy when you take a look at the items. This Twilight armor definitely put in a lot of work from Chino, which he didn't have previous game because he went with the glue. But right now, with this, Fovi is definitely able to make the difference.
And we're talking about the overall things. Again, it was sad to see that the Granger and also the Sicilian lineup from Team Infinity wasn't able to shine as brightly as we thought it would. But again, Influence Rage, you're just coming in strong. And this is somewhat out-drafted, I might say, because you managed to drag it into late game. However, and how they did it, it was just so amazing to see how these 5 men play in the game for game number 3. Even though Dominic was just given the Kalia, it didn't shine so much because laning wise, it was very hard going against Chino on the Fulvius. And during the team fights, it was hard to pick off someone. Like, the only member you can see up in front is either Jotun, or even you have to jump to the back if you want to get Chan, also Fury. And it was so hard that even no space was created, or even an opportunity for Dominic to just like slip in or cut somebody out of position. But sadly, the Kalia didn't work this time. It wasn't because it's not overpowerful, it's just wasn't given a chance to shine as much as in the first game. Influence Rage somehow is just like, I think I know what to do. I'ma do that. New hero, no problem.
Definitely now the record for the Kalea 1-1, and guess what? Both coming through from the side of Infinity, and both being played in the same lane by the same player. So not sure if teams should really keep banning it out, because, or should Infinity just turn it around and put it in the roam position? You see what I'm talking about, babe? The roam Kalea gonna be a threat. Is definitely a difference maker. But for this time, Influence Rage, oh my goodness, what a way to take the game. What a play coming through. Able to make sure that they are playing aggressive. And it came down to those Mystic Fields, right? That Mystic Field from that Xavier, creating that space, which you usually want the frontliner to create And guess what? The audience prediction as well, 60% towards the Rage and 40 towards Infinity. So the Brazilians against the Peruvians in this one. The Brazilians standing tall, of course. They want a Rage.
And I saw a little bit of the asset in the middle of the game that the current viewers in the Brazil stream right now is on 7K current. Wowee. And the more people watch, the more diamonds will be giving out, because you know what? Again, MVP of our hearts, MVP of the game. By Bonox, it's still on the hands of Fury. On the Irithyll, it wasn't as aggressive if he's playing the Harriet, the Voskov, or even the Granger, but you know what? At the end of the day, the way that the team execute and also like open up and start initiating all of those team fights, Fury was just so free, hitting with that heavy crossbow. It's just coming here and there, all gone suddenly. And wow, I'm out of words, to be honest, looking at these games, because like it wasn't as expected of like, I think this team will win. Nope, never mind. This team has the potential in this one, but turns out no, never mind. It's just going back and forth, Kronos. I can't wait to see who wins at the end.
It has been back and forth, right? Completely the entire time. And I think this time, maybe give the benefit of the doubt to the predictions I made and let Influence Rage take it 3-1. Yeah, I think that's the best way.
Can. But if that happens, you technically jinxed both of us.
Not with the jinxing again. But to be fair, the only thing that we've been jinxing are our results. But what we've not been jinxing is, of course, a chance for everyone to win something. And how do you win something? Through the skin code right below. You can see that. Redeem it. You gotta be faster than Vey this time. Usually I'm the one taking it away, and Vey actually opened up her phone to try and see it. If you are watching it, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you redeem the code. I'll tell you the code right now before Wei gets her hands on it. You gotta be faster. It is 90MFU5QFD. So let's see if she'll actually be able to win something. What did you get, Vey?
No. My phone is on work mode, so I can't access my game for now. I've set it to work mode, so okay, professional style first. You know what? You guys should be the lucky winners, of course, getting in that skin. I kind of want to see what skin you guys get, because like, you know, you see there's a Benedetta, there's a 1-1 there, there's a Franco there, and so far Kronos is
MPL skins.
Some magic dust. Yeah, those are good MPL skins. You probably can get that.
Yeah,
Kronos just rolling his eyes like, I want that skin, but I got magic dust. Fine.
Yeah, she said, yeah, Kronos just fine. You just got some magic dust. Like, why would I want that magic dust? But I already have all of the emblems unlocked and stuff. That magic dust not gonna do anything. Just dust, I gotta sweep. But guess what? The sweep was not happening in this series. It was a best of 5. The people were expecting a sweep, but it's now down to a 2-1. Match point in the hands of Influence Rage. Of course, 2-1 is the score. And the bans have to be crucial. Once again, Influence Rage on the red side. Louis, Granger, respected. Harriet, another respect ban. The Baxia being taken off, knowing what it can bring through. The Moskov once again coming in from Infinity. What will the Rage answer with? Ooh, again?
What's so respecting on
Deja
the
vu.
Moskov and Julian? Kalia? If they still want to try on that, because it's still wide open, or prioritize on the Suyo, or even the Matilda though. Fusin is still quite open, but turns out Suyo is a way to go for Team Infinity.
Suyo is the priority pick, so you want to pick it up as soon as possible. And right now, what is left on the other side, right? You can go for a Zushin, you can go for the Kalea. I think those will be a really nice, unless, you know what? I think Influence Rage were just trying to bait Infinity to think they cannot play the Kalea, and now might pick it up, for all you know, in the roam position, with maybe that Zushin being left open as well, paired up with a Beatrix or maybe even a carry. You have yourself an unstoppable combo. Try and get another knock-up character with them. I'm just creating scenarios in my head, but only Coach Blackjacks will know what they got.
Signature hero out on the Arlet?
He was playing the Phoveus so well.
Unique though. Yeah, and Phoveus is just wide open though. We haven't seen Arlet in some time though. During the shift of the meta. For right now, Arlet tank? Arlet semi-tank? But at least somebody's bringing the broom in this game this time, sweeping something.
No, I think it definitely is gonna be a bit. It's a bit difficult, right? With the R-Lot especially. I think he was definitely playing much better on the Phoveus the entire time. He did well on the glue as well. Game number 1, they got the Phoveus, they got the victory, they got the glue. Didn't really work out, although it did a lot of work. And then game number 3, go for the Phoveus again, gets you the victory. The Phoveus being left open again in game number 4. So why wouldn't you pick it up? Because the Phoveus definitely was a great pick on their side. But since the draft is gone from our screen, Vey, do you know what happened?
I think it kind of popped up as before, so that's why we're just waiting for those amazing heroes. Will come back later on. Of course, in this draft, I feel like it's kind of magic. Because
magic.
Other than it disappeared and it will reappear again. For me, these two teams, they're just testing each other out. So it's not solely just about the meta prio picks and bans, but it's just more to like, okay, I'm gonna respect this and that. And they just kind of want to create around that. They are not afraid of those meta heroes that we think are going to be menaces. They are going to be disruptors, but turns out it's them trying to be and putting on that role, so they can actually just either counter it, or they're just going to face out or actually try to be on top. Because like both of those playing styles, they kind of try to rack it up from the early, dragging it into the late. It was so cautious though. It was immense and cautious. If we want to like conclude all of those 3 games that we've seen before, it wasn't those typical I see you, I fight, I see you, I fight, I see an opening, I fight. It's not those type of like gameplays brought up by these two teams.
Fair point. Like, it's about how they want to pick the team fights as well. But with the Matilda being left open once again, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the draft has been reset. Of course, for good measure. But I feel like the bans are definitely going to be the same. Just that pick. I think that R-Lot was probably not what they've intended to pick, right? And could have been sort of like could have been some sort of a bug situation. But right now, the first pick definitely got to be that Suyo once again. That Suyo was a strong pick to start and begin with as a first pick. It's got to be that Phoveus on the other side. You cannot convince me otherwise.
It's a Matilda though, turns out. Still a good pick. A Matilda Phoveus combo worked very well, but there might be a chance that Team Infinity, you can take that back. Again, if you want to put the Kalia on the roamer, I agree with that. You can try that out, But for the EXP, you gotta make it those flashy plays. You either build in like a tanky boy like a Lucas. At least there's an initiation for like both playing styles of our EXP heroes from Team Infinity and Team Rage. Or you bring up that Phoveus though. It can work well, but turns out Fanboy bringing out the big guns with the Florian and also the Irithel locked in early for Doom because you don't want to give that away. Global presence will be the hindrance of Influence Rage right now.
I was just thinking about Florin with the big guns when you said big guns, you know. I was just like, Florin's got the guns going.
No, Florin just bringing a lot of flowers coming in.
No, but on getting back onto the point though, the big guns meaning that, ladies and gentlemen, Fanboy has been playing Florin as a comfort pick. It's a favorite pick as well. It's a pick that we needed to watch out for. That's why Vay said big guns, not because of the flowers, not because of the muscle, but Florin definitely a strong pick over here. And as you mentioned, they want the Lucas for themselves. Influence Rage, pick it up. This time leaving the Phoveus open. So Uranus being banned out on their side. Definitely Infinity need to ban out the Phoveus right now. Because if you're not banning out the Phoveus, you're looking for trouble. Because Chino was an absolute monster. He went in with the flicker on a Phoveus to create a play with a 3-man knockup. And then taking down Lionel while in their base crystal. You gotta respect that.
Yeah, it's to him it's calculated. To us, it's like, wait, okay, nice. It worked out. Calculated. So there's a bit of a shock first, then you said it's calculated.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the fact that it was calculated. It's about the fact that he can find the opening to create that, right? That's the whole, like, you gotta respect that Infinity. You cannot leave it open. Unless you're expecting this Lucas, you gotta take it down. Otherwise, I don't see a reason why Chino cannot pick it up again.
For
Thank
Team
goodness.
Infinity side, good call. Good call for turning that Phoveus down. I thought of a good matchup against Lucas, a counter, it's CC, but I don't think that it will be picked up by Team Infinity because they need a chunky boy here. A Gatot Kacha should be good. With the Bloom healing from the Florian can support well because like if you bring up the CC, it's kind of risky. It's not as thick as you think for Influence Reach though, for pickup. Secure marksman? They can do that. But it turns out they picked up the CC. A deny though, for Team Infinity. Comfort picks for the win. Valentina
CC
for
is
Lionel.
a good pick. CC is a good pick
So
over
whatever
here, just because you can
happens,
counter. You can counter whatever coming through on the EXP side for Infinity, right? Valentina's a good pick in the mid lane as well. But what ultimate are you trying to take away? You can only take the Bat's Feast and the Circling Eagle at this point. You have the Beast. I mean, it's good. Valentina's not a bad pick. Never is Valentina a bad pick. Yes, even if you have no ultimates or too many to pick from, Valentina's can always be played really well. The high level IQ plays could come in, and Lionel definitely be looking to maximize that. But over here, what can be the EXP laner? Glue. Okay. Glue does well. Can get on top of the Sicilian. Can get on top of the Matilda. Has the heal from the Florin. The gold laner though. Carry? Just lock it in,
though.
right?
Yeah. Carry should be good here. Going up against the Irithel laning phase. Yeah, laning phase, it should be a problem a bit, but you know what? Going up against Glue, against the Florian, it's a very good pick if you want to pick it up. Because there's no more Bruno, there's no more Moskov. What's good for Fury? Or does he want to try the Beatrix though?
Come on, Dexter. It's our showtime.
A Cloud. It's
I don't remember the last time we saw a good Claude.
It's been a while.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie, I
really?
don't remember the
Okay.
last time we saw Claude, right?
Yeah, it's a very wow. It's a very long time actually. If you want to really bring up the Claude, it shines very well last year, or talking like 2 seasons back, 3 even,
M6 territory.
because like M6 is just at the peak of it, and after that it was just shifting to like Moscovs, it was shifting to like Rangers and also Harrods. But let's see how it goes. It's going to be a bit hard for both sides of the team since the composition wise is quite unique with the amazing combinations coming in hard. So let's see, will this be the match point of the day, or will this prolong into another game of best of 5 series? Game 4, still standing strong, Team Infinity versus Influence Rage.
Hey, and as soon as we get in, guess what the teams want? They want a pause, of course, having some troubles while getting into the game. And why? Because Infinity do not want to lose any sort of chance that they have to get into the knockout stage. So, of course, if Influence Rage take this victory, they move on straight to the knockout stage, while Infinity, if they lose out, they have to go in towards relegation. But if Infinity win, we get to see a game number 5. And I know Vey is smiling for that one because she wants her prediction right. Because my prediction was a 3-1. Because of those of you, if you want to see, hopefully it pops up on the screen right now. But even if it doesn't, that's what the prediction was. I was 3-1, Wei was 3-2. But both of us think Influence Rage are going to come out on top. As you can see. Oh wait, Infinity is what we predicted as well. I'm getting confused now. I think I said Infinity.
It's close. To be honest, it's close. To be honest, at this point, it's close. So like, even if my prediction is wrong, I'm still happy with it because like, I'm satisfied with the games that they're playing again. Because yeah, it's 3-1, 3-2. It's really close, Kronos. It's really close.
I already lost the prediction.
No, not yet.
It's 3-1.
Not yet.
It's 3-1 Infinity, not Influence Rage.
The start.
Both of us
picked
Infinity.
The start is
we
not
picked
the end.
Infinity. We picked Infinity, not Influence Rage. Both of us got confused, and now I'm gonna be crying in a corner because I got this prediction wrong again. And you know what, Vey? Just to be a little salty, I don't want Infinity to win this one. I want Influence Rage to pick it up so that your prediction goes wrong as well. You gotta have a friend like me.
It's okay. We both go down together.
Exactly. You can't leave me alone.
We both go down together.
In the bottom of the pack.
Nah, we're in a team.
Oh
okay,
wait,
it's just switched out. It's switched out now.
We're getting played with numbers. We're getting played with numbers at the moment.
You know what?
But,
At this point, I kind of want to go against Kronos.
Hey, she switched up real quick. She said we go down together. She said we go down together, and then she switched up.
But you know what? Let's just say it like this. Let's just let it be like this. Because like I'm happy with the 3-2. At least
I'm happy with the 3-1
number.
as well on towards Influence Rage. That's what I want to keep it at.
But number wise, we're both happy with it because again, it's a very very close game, and
and you know why? I think we both went for Influence Rage because of the style of draft and gameplay that they bring in. We saw it in game number 1. They had a tough draft to go against, but still came out on top. Just because of the experience that they have on their side, just because of the way that they are able to maneuver in and around the map, especially with these neutral objectives. Paquito was an absolute beast on his roam position. Although Fanboy plays well, I think the pressure that Paquito brings on in all parts of the game is just way too much for them to deal with. So at the moment, if you ask me, definitely a 3-1 is what we want to see, right, Vey?
Again, it's close. I can be happy with either one of our answers with that. I'm supporting you on this one. Cause like as long
You know.
okay, I said this at backstage. As long as Jotun was given an assassin,
Asin?
he can secure that
Yes.
game.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Yotun is one that
But
wants
if
the
you bringing
assassins, right?
yeah, if you're bringing out like those typical fighter type of heroes, it's gonna be a hard game. Like for example, we've seen the Fredrin. It's a good pick, but it is hard in this meta right now. There's no split plus potential because you gotta need that. You gotta meet like put ends meet, like bring up ends meet. Because if you don't get the early, you don't get fast rotation, you don't get a lot of secure skill. What's next? And both sides of the junglers are, since they're very active, the what's next is usually going to split push.
Yes, I think the split push potential from both teams definitely has been good all these games. But I want to see if Asushin gets picked up again. And to be honest, I want Influence Rates to pick up the Kalea. The Kalea is just good for it to happen. So at the moment, I feel like Vay is toying with the predictions, right? Vay is toying with me. She wants to be ahead of the pack in the predictions of the talents right now. She's changing up her scores and all that. Hey, you know what, Vay? You know what, Vay? I'm gonna blame you for this one. And if Infinity win this next game, I'll change mine to a 3-2. No, but can't really do that.
Yeah, no. I mean, at the end of the day, though, our competition states with our manager with the first secure answer. This right now is just fun at this point.
I was gonna say, I thought we could at least compete together, the English desk against the Portuguese desk against the Brazilians. But of course, together we are the team of MPL LATAM Season 3, right? Don't forget that. Even though we're English desk, they are the Portuguese desk, this is Brazilian side, we are still the team of MPL LATAM Season 3. But of course, if you understand Portuguese and you want to watch the broadcast in Portuguese, you can always go in and take a look at our brothers, Enrique, Bain, as well as Nix over there, casting in the Portuguese stream, Brazilian stream. They basically speak Portuguese. So I'm getting confused. I don't want to say more. I'm digging my hole more deeper and deeper. But at the moment, who are digging their hole deeper and deeper are definitely Infinity. Their gameplay has been iffy, if not most. They're able to play for the late game. They get it there, but kind of misposition themselves, especially around these neutral objectives. And thanks to the aggressive play from Paquito, I think Paquito has to be respected, especially after getting that milestone of 111 assists, right? 1-1-1 is what they wanted. They lost out on the one game, but now looking to make it 3-1.
I think it's just a boost for them to see there's those milestones that you can actually achieve, and this is week 3 we're talking about. It's just 6 days in a total of the whole season. It's not even halfway yet, and they've reached those milestones as same as our viewers. They've reached their milestones too on the Brazilian stream. Around peaker viewers 7,000 people are currently watching, and the more people who will be watching there, and don't forget to drop your IDs down, there will be a raffle for those diamonds you can get. Oh my goodness, I'm working right now, but I'm excited for them to see how many diamonds that they can get. It's like 18,000 in total. That's a lot. What can you buy with 18,000 diamonds?
Hey, you know what you can buy? You can buy a lot of, a lot of skins. A lot of skins. A lot of skins. Whoa. I want an Alpha Legend skin. I want that, I not just the Alpha Legend skin. I want to have that Neo Beast skins that are going to be coming up. I want to take that new Benedetta skin that's already there. The promo Diamond event is going on, of course. So I want that as well.
Golden diamonds.
But apart from that, I just wanted to say that if you want some of those diamonds as well, if you want some of those diamonds as well, you can get yourself some of those diamonds. How do you get those diamonds? You gotta go to bonoxes.com because they got a 5% discount to give away as well, which comes through if you type the code BNXMPL3 on bonoxes.com. The purchase is fast, it's secure, it's super easy. A lot of players trust bonoxes.com to make their recharges for their diamonds. So go ahead and take advantage of this discount right now. How does this happen? If you live in Latin America, make sure you use that code and make sure you go to their website for that discount. It is only for a limited period. Don't forget that.
And since it is a limited period, you know what's not limited? Of course, our open and ultimate platform offering esports competition, Community Gaming. You can even play and host your own tournaments with all types of games coming in, especially Mobile Legends. So everyone who are just waiting and itching on playing with your friends, or trying to make new friends, or even trying to make a tournament, you guys can go visit the website at communitygaming.io right now. And the path of the community gaming is just so big. A path of becoming a professional gamer. Just straight
I think, you got to go through a lot of community tournaments to hit that professional level if you want to be one of these MPL players. And you know what? When you're when you are an MPL player, you want to play the part. You also want to look the part. How do you look the part? You got to take those photos so that you can become an MVP.
Ooh.
Why? Because you want to be an MVP in the game and you want to be an MVP out the game as well. How do you do that? With the new Techno Camon 40 series, with every capture, every victory you can capture with the incredible camera that it has and the flash snap. That is a feature that freezes the action in motion with precision and clarity. You know why you got to do that? Because you want to be a star, not just in the game, out the game as well. So forget the dark system. You want to have Techno on your side to be the MVP in the game and in your photos.
So other than taking out the MVPs, you can take a lot of good scenery and views, because you know what, bringing this phone, it's good, it's lightweight, it's great for gaming, it's great for daily use, especially like a lot of new tournaments coming up later on. And you know what, other than tournaments, I see a code coming on.
I don't have my phone.
Kronos.
I lost out. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to redeem your skin, exactly. If you want to redeem your skin, you can you can get that code. It's right there, just below Vey. Vey, what's the code? I can't see it. I don't have my glasses on.
It's RZHKJYQFD. Hey, there's no numbers on this one, so it's easier for people to type in. So let's go. Take it and comment down below on our YouTube channel to see who gets what. Because you know what?
But at the same time,
I kind of want to see.
I think also at this point, I just slightly wanted to see if we could take a look at our brackets, right? Because what we had is the teams that go in head to head, and I think so far, looking at their journey, it was a difficult one, but right now it is Influence Rage versus Infinity. The winner of that match will go on towards the knockout stage. The loser goes into relegation. For those of you who don't know, you can just picture that in your mind. Close your eyes. Think about Influence Rage versus Infinity. The winner goes into the knockout stage. The loser goes in towards the relegation bracket. But of course, Infinity do not want to let that happen. While you're in the knockout stage, you have another chance. If you're in the relegation stage, you are in the threat of being knocked out of the competition. But if you're fans of Influence Rage, which we saw, 80% of the audience prediction went that way for game number 2. In game number 3, it was 60% towards the side of Influence Rage. So as we go deeper and deeper, it is reducing and reducing, right? But also at the same time, I think it's come down to the fact that Influence Rage have match point. So Infinity definitely gonna have a harder time right now because they are backs against the wall. So definitely gonna be difficult for the side of Infinity to make that happen. And also Influence Rage, with the draft that they've been playing with, going a little left field, I would say. It should be good, but it's just Coach Blackjack's doing his thing.
It's just really pure imagination. I mean, like, you gotta go with that creative place. You gotta go in with those drafts because, hey, those little things sometimes kind of comes into your mind, sometimes comes in from your dreams. And if you can get creative with it, and plus you have your team to discuss with it, and like we've talked about like how Gabriel said, like even some coaches, they prioritize on what the player's comfort is. But you know what's comfortable and what they need to juke it out, because right now, finally coming in to game number 4, MPL LATAM Season 3, still going on strong, week 3, day 2. Will this be a match point for Influence Rage or Infinity, prolonging their lives again in this best of 5 series? So guys, welcome to the Land of Dawn with me, Faye, and also Kronos still reporting for duty.
Hey, here we are. It is a match number 4, of course. Match number 1, game number 4. I always get confused between the two, but you know why I'm confused? Because this character, this Claude with Dexter in the game looking to steal away the base crystal. That's what one of his dialogues is. Hey, can we go and steal away the base? But I feel like this Claude is not really what we used to see being picked up. It's a good pick here because you get to dive straight on towards Fanboy, who is playing this floor and get that big blazing duet off.
And you know what? Since it's kind of unique to see the Claude again in this meta. It's not rare. It's there, but in some scenarios, it can make it or break it, because you're going up against the Irithel. You gotta deal and dish out a lot of damage at this point. Since you're up against the Florian and also the Glue, it would be hard if you're just coming with the Blazing Duet in the midst of everything, because you also need someone to help like burst out. Sure, Chan is on the Sicilian. He can help, but if it's not Jotun's Unleash the Beast, it's going to be hard for Influence Rage to actually win in a lot of team fights, even though they have Paquito on that Matilda.
Definitely gonna be difficult, right? But you can see Jotun already getting ahead of the 8 ball, has that level 5 to try and secure the turtle as fast as possible. And right now they might want to go on towards Dominic, slowing him down. You can see the split coming through already, forcing it out as Jotun did secure the turtle. A really fast clear coming in from this Luke is not something you usually see. And credit to the entire team of Influence Rage to make it happen.
And I mean, in this time, in this crucial moment, Team Infinity, even though you want to go aggressive, you still gotta be cautious about it. But don't be too cautious till you don't get any of those early objectives that you want to go in. Because at the end of the day, you want to see what early trade-off that you can do. Because you know what, ZZ is on the Suyo.
Oh! What a point-blank flicker with the circling eagle! And they get the first blood, really well positioned from Chino, and what a fast call coming through as well. Instantly flickered in. Paquito did not waste a moment to make that happen. Lionel was a little out of position, not even by a lot, just a bit. And they punished.
I mean, look at it at the bright side. You see an opening, you fight. You see a moment, you create. Because that's the way to go. That's like one of the champions' way to go. Like, it's actually one of their quotes there back in M6. The way they try to pick up those fights it isn't just about like how you initiate, but it's more to how many moments that you can create so your initiations can be good and can be brought up quite well. Because finally, if you keep on fighting, there will be a chance that you actually come on top. So those initiations can finally pay off, just like right now.
Oh my god, Paquito is absolutely beautiful with this Matilda, right? Went in with the circling eagle on towards Fanboy, forced out the flicker, then the second part right on towards Dominic, and now Dominic between the rock and a hard place, but Yotun absolutely taken so low thanks to the help of Lionel. Gets taken down, traded for him as well. The turtle is up now. ZZ is getting that for himself, and Doom zoning out Paquito. So really well played this time from Infinity. They're trading left, right, and center. Influence Rage just made a slight bit of mistake and give away the turtle as well towards Infinity.
And again, good early from the start. Even Fury gets to almost clear out the whole gold lead. Okay, he cleared out the whole thing apparently. And with the Blazing Duet, sure, it doesn't hurt as much yet. But see this cloud shine, it would be a problem if there's no heavy crossbow coming in just right now in the middle. Oh, wowee!
Oh, wow. They go on towards Lionel, and is he unleashing the beast? They take him down, double kill in his hands as well. Fanboy and Lionel pay the price, and right now Chan traded as well. ZZ picking up that kill. Really well played, but every single time Infinity take one kill, they pay the price of two. So that's why you can see Influence Raid ahead of the 8-ball.
And since they are ahead of the 8-ball, as you said right now, why 8? Can we make it 9? Okay, I'm sorry, it's a pool joke because like I thought about other numbers in that area. Anywho, Influence Rage, very, very good start, very, very good early. And you kind of see how Paquito utilizes Matilda so well. So even now banning out other heroes, I feel that this Matilda, even without the alpha, shines very well.
Nice bloom coming through from Fanboy, but it is only delaying the inevitable. Really well played from Paquito once again, going with that circling eagle. He has been absolutely monstrous on this Matilda back-to-back games, buying enough time, not using the part 2, the skill, to make sure to bait out whatever skills that would create a problem for them. And now you can see why this Matilda was always banned out against Influence Race. The respect not put in by Infinity, and they're paying the price.
But so far, it isn't as a hefty price yet in the early game. But Influence Race are slowly marching up, giving that bigger margin and giving up a greater gap because Dominic is caught in midst of everything.
Yeah, you can see right now split coming through as well. They get the turtle in the hands of Yotun. He goes in. Oh, the beast blast coming through somehow, some way. Influence Rage moving together like a unit. This is an Ube composition, ladies and gentlemen. Influence Rage are moving as a unit after neutral objectives, splitting the map apart and making sure ZZ does not have a good time.
And talking about the Ube composition, do you mind to elaborate on what the Ube composition is, Kronos, for our viewers to hear?
A Ube composition, a united bonding experience. They would like to move together with the healer and also making sure that they will definitely play as a unit every single time a neutral objective is up. Try and juggle out the damage when they try to dive in, just like right now. Paquito with that circling eagle, baiting out so much. I thought he was going to pop in the split, but guess Dominic understands better than anyone what an Ube can do and how much he can sustain. Because right now they're trying to go in for the tier 1 in the mid lane, unleashing the beast. Yotun goes into the flash combo, trying to show the damage, but Doom pops in the sprint, making sure he survives.
So far, again, those aggressor type of heroes are brought up and a good draft from Influence Rage, but so far no one can be the finisher yet. Because if you want to talk about damage wise, ZZ is still on top if you want to talk about that. Because other than items and also the emblems coming in, it doesn't hurt as much yet. You need time for Influence Rage to just grow from that. You need the curtain call to hurt. You need to wait for the Unleash the Beast coming in just right now. Oof.
Nice flicker from Paquito with the guiding wind to make sure he survives, right? He wants to be alive for this ultimate bonding experience from Influence Rage to start working out. As you can see, Lionel going ahead, trying to poke out. But at the same time, Rage are just buying time, understanding that they need to go in. But here comes that Blazing Duet towards the back line. But you can see the Bloom is there as well. I thought that was a Blazing Duet going to be there, but he used Dexter to make sure he tried to go. But at the same time, Dominic gets taken down. A lot of colors, left, right, and center. I'm a fan of that skin, but not really, because it's so deceptive. But also at the same time, Dominic just melted instantly as Fury picks up the golden staff.
I think it's kind of hard to just let Dominic front and take everything down, even though Influence Rage, again, you need time for them to shine. You need time for them to take those power item spikes. And finally getting the Lord Slain in the early game, I mean like in the 9th minute, going up to the 10th. Influence Rage so far, they are holding on to this moment so well. And wow, I might say even up until now, there is no far split pushing moments. It's just on the cloud letting Fury be, and even Doom joining in on the team fight way earlier than I thought. And since then, it'll just be a very free farm on the minion waves for Fury down at the bottom lane.
Yeah, and especially knowing the fact that the Claude likes to play these kind of heroes, right? And these kind of games, right? Where he likes to segue and at the same time get in the macro advantage, trying to clear out the towers one after another. As you can see, the distraction being created, the flicker being banned out from Lionel as well. But meanwhile, on the bot side, Fury with that Blazing Duet will get taken out by the heavy crossbow. Thanks to Yotun coming through with Unleashing the Beast, but at the same time, flash that flash combo on towards Lionel, taking down too much damage from Chen and Yotun, and Paquito doing a good job to make sure they stay alive with the heal and with the guiding wind as well. And now taking down all tier 2s. Job well done for the side of Influence Rage. 11 minutes in, they're going to pop the Holy Shield as well. And now looking to starve out Infinity from the rest of their own jungle.
This is a very fast game, a very fast pace dictated by Influence Rage for game number 4. And you know, from the side of Infinity, it is kind of hard to move around with that Dragon composition, because like Fanboy, he can't tank damage as much as the heroes that he picked out from the previous games. And looking at the in-game equipment, it's just 6k gold lead for the side of Influence Rage. This is just way too much right now, with the leading gold on the Sicilian Chance Sicilian. And with that glowing wand coming in with the lantern, also with Claude already securing that Holy Trinity item and even the WON, Influence Rage, they are just slowly trying to influence their win, their rage against Team Infinity.
That Wind of Nature definitely gonna be crucial, right? On the hands of Fury.
Yeah.
That Wind of Nature gonna be the difference between Fury surviving for an extra bit longer compared to Doom, who has the Hostage Clause, of course, to sustain back up. I'm not sure if Fury right now will be building in more, but Chino definitely gets in that brute force breastplate just before the Lord tries and clear out the top side to add a little more pressure around the map. They take the safer route in towards clearing the Lord. Now they spot Doom on the top side, start going hammer and tongs on towards the Lord. Doom making his way as well. Chino zoning them out, has the yo-yo blitz. As you can see, Paquito with Yotun going so aggressive, making their presence felt. Circling Eagle on towards Dominic just to zone them out. Rage got what they came for. I think they're going for the jugular right now.
And of course, coming in strong and knowing where to nick. Influence Rage really know where to pop off later on, even though this is just way too much for Team Infinity to handle right now. What they can do is just try to survive in their own base. So like at least they have their high ground and home advantage and those in their base area. But right now, what can they do? Because the only high ground defensive hero that can actually help out is just Doom on the Iritha. Sure, Lionel can help here and there in a bit, but again, the same dilemma brought up by Kronos. The only one you can copy is the Unleash the Beast. Damage-wise, it's not as much.
Circling Eagle comes through as well. But Fury in the back line with a blazing duet going through. The Lord Lift unchecked. Less than 3,000 HP right now. Gets taken down. The inhibitor's gone from the top side as well. Mid lane inhibitor should be next on the chop and block. But at the same time, you can see Paquito with that guiding wind, making sure the rest of his team survives. The clear already done. Fury went in hammer and tongs once again with that blazing duet. Absolutely done really well. Doom right now using his range to try and clear out the waves. Chan finally gets the Clock of Destiny to make sure he adds on to the damage that's already present. And right now they have somehow survived, making sure they still hold on to the mid and the bot side inhibitor, but only by a thread. And at the moment, Infinity looks like they want to go in, but with the Blade Surge right now, oh my goodness, Yotun!
Ooh.
Flash to flash combo, making sure they get back as well.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of rare to see a Lucas jungle strive so well just like this in a professional scene. And you know what, coming in strong also, whoa, weak.
Flash step, flash combo, instantly in towards the back line, jumping through with the help of the guiding wind, getting out, making sure it's easy for the rest of the team of Influence Rage to get what they want, which was the inhibitor, and they got that in the mid lane. The bot side is the only one that's left. But again, less than half HP.
And wow, it's really kind of hard to just try to redirect or even wait for momentum, because I don't really know how Team Infinity is going to create or even define an opening. If you have Fatboy on the floor and Dominic on the glue, it's kind of hard if you want to try to like either outpoke someone or at least just target into one. Because position-wise, Influence Rage, they know they always need their tanky presence there. They know they have to move as a unit, because if not, burst potential-wise, Team Infinity can actually take someone down.
Again, circling Eagle, aggressive Paquito going through, but at the same time, split right on top of Chino. But you can see he gets taken down with the help of Fury. Yotun going in with the flash to flash combo. Fury does have the blazing duet, not using it just yet. Chan dishing out the damage from afar. Really well played, coming through from Influence Rage. But now he goes in, finally with the BMI, flickering inside with the blazing duet, picking up a double kill, taking down Fanboy as well as ZZ. Dominic was the first one to follow, and now 3 down for the side of Infinity. Influence Rage going for the jugular. They have the mid lane left exposed. The Leonel targeted down, killing spree in the hands of Chino. The base crystal is taken, and now Influence Rage get their victory, make it 3-1, and move on to the knockout stage while taking down Infinity in towards the relegation stage of this MPL LATAM Season 3.
It was a hard fight, coming in strong from the first game leading up to the third, but turns out they somehow came up stronger on the fourth one. Influence Rage is coming in with, they know, okay, this is our potential, this is our last chance, we have to make it to the knockout stage. So at least we get that rest, so at least we got to study more about our opponents later on. And wow, it was a very satisfying thing to see on how they try to execute with those type of drafts. It was just so powerful. Again, it is a scene for you to see that a Lucas strives so well as a jungler in this league. And talking about Influence Rage, they just really know, okay, I can win this. I have a huge gold lead. I can just secure as fast as I want, so let's go.
Hey, I guess they showed Dominic how to play the Uber, right? with that Lucas in the jungle, with that Matilda. Absolutely well played. Influence rate, just the draft. They are a top team for a reason, and they have the audience vote as well for a reason, because they have the fans, they have the players, they have a well-rounded team. Not many, they have stars all across the board, so nobody really stands out as much as they'd like to. Every single time we try to highlight one, the other shines even brighter. Why? Because they know how to play the game, and knowing how to play the game requires them to know what spells and emblems that they have on store. And to be honest, no Purify because there's no Lockdown CC, but definitely the flicker from Paquito on this Matilda was showing with the aggression, just a one-time use defensively as well.
And I mean, the way they shine and also compliments their team, it's just because they know what their roles needs to do. You gotta focus if on the EXP, you try to zone, and it was executed so well on both sides of the team. I mean, again, it is a very close matchup against these two teams, and it was just brought up so well. But at the end of the day, the way that Influence Rage was manages to just like take in every single moment whenever they can fight. They try to fight whenever they can make an opening or see an opening. Let's just go in. And since they got that gold lead and it's up until like 10.7k now, everybody's just like everywhere, and with the presence of, you know what, bringing in the Cloud can finally shine up until the end. That deal breaker Blazing Duet taking ZZ down was just a highlight of the day. And Influence Rage finally at the end, they show that, hey, we are worthy of that knockout stage position. So we're just filling it in for the last one. Came in a little bit fashionably late, but again, well deserved indeed. And it is a 3-1 score on a 17:02 game duration, which compares to the other game, this can be considered as a fast game, but overall it is still on the average game time for both sides of these teams.
Yes, an average game time, not just for these two teams, it has been so far after the new patch, right? Every game that I've been watching all across the board goes to about 15-ish minutes. And I think right now for MPL LATAM Season 3, we had the fastest game, I mean, we had the longest game, 28 minutes and 41 seconds if I'm not wrong, or 26 minutes and 48 seconds. My memory is that of a goldfish, but definitely the 26, right? 26:48? Yeah, 26 minutes 48 seconds. 26:41. The longest game, of course. 20 it was 26 minutes and above. Definitely
yeah, it was
the longest
26
game
minutes. At
of
least
MPL
it's that.
LATAM Season 3. But of course, all that aside, for the final game, the MVP Paquito on this Matilda 0-0-11. Absolute monster. 100% kill participation now. That is what you call a roamer.
And I think he really loves that number 1. Cause like 111 new record. And at the end of the day, he managed to just get 11 assists, no deaths, no kills. That just shows how like, okay, I am good at my job. I know how to roam, and those 11 assists just like seals the deal at the end of the day. And wow, wowee, a lot of 1-1s today. Even with the hero, it came up.
Absolutely crazy, right? With the 1-1-1 assists as well from Paquito. So he's got a lot of milestones that he achieved today. He has a total of 111 assists before about game number 2, I think. So now definitely going to be higher and higher. Definitely going to be more than 122. I can tell you that after the 11 assists he got over here in this game. So Paquito played absolutely bonkers in this series. Not just that, the game, I think the first game he played the Tigreal, a tough game, still made it work. Game number 3, the Matilda, absolutely insane. Game number 4, Matilda, really good. I forgot what he played in game number 2, but oh my god, definitely did a brilliant job to create the space for the team, to create the separation, to make sure that his team was able to dish out the damage from afar. So Paquito, Matilda must ban against Influence Rage. Somebody's got to do their homework before they get in towards the knockout stage, right?
Yeah, they really gotta wait out. They really gotta try to look out on what they can do later on, because after this we have a little holiday and we go into relegation route, and then after relegation finding out who can stay on top, then we go into like knockout stage playoffs, then grand finals, because like it's still going on for a long of time, because like all of our friends can actually wait and anticipate of non-stop MLBB even up until the 31st of May, which is our grand finals.
But also the winner of the grand finals gets a ticket to MSC, the direct slot in towards the main stage of the MSC. Let's not forget that. And also the runner-up will get a slot in the wild card, another shot to get into the main stage of the MSC. Of course, you got to duke it out with the other teams that make it there, but definitely looking for those top 2 slots, right? It's gonna be a tough battle to get there. None of the teams are out of the competition just yet, just the relegation phase and just the knockout stage. As you're taking a look on your screen as well, it's going to be there. The 9Z Globant, Influence Rage, of course, are going to be securing themselves the knockout stage. And in the bottom half, you have DreamMax, you have Malvinas Gaming, and of course, right now, Infinity. So that leaves only Alpha 7, which have also Alpha 7 and Entity 7, if I'm not wrong, right? So I'm not really, I'm really got to take a look to see where they are. Wait, do you remember?
I just remember that for a relegation route, there's Malvinas Gaming. There is Alpha 7. There's another one I need to see. Same as you. Because, you know what? It's
DreamMax?
a Swiss stage bracket. I think
DreamMax?
so. Again, gotta see. Again, really gotta see. Really gotta see. 4?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Let's take a look.
Oh, let's take a look. Okay, first one,
we have
relegation route. You gotta go to Malvinas Gaming, DreamMax, Alpha 7, and Infinity. Yes, 4 teams.
And in the knockout stage, we got 4 teams against 9Z Globant, Corinthians, NTD7, and of course the Ragers from Influence Rage. But you know what, Vey? I would have also been raging if every single time I had to pay full price to get any diamonds for playing this game. But you know what? I was lucky enough to come across. Yeah, I know. But I was lucky enough to come across one of our sponsors, Bonoxus.com. I took a look at their code. It was BNX MPL 3, and I got that discount 5%. And I felt 5% lighter with all the race that I had. Although it was only 5%, it still helped out. Why? Because it is safe, it is secure, it's also fast purchase, and a lot of people, a lot of players already trust Bonoxus.com to get their recharge for their diamonds. So you got to go ahead, take advantage with the code that's been given, the discount code BNXMPL3, because it's only valid for a limited time. So head over to Bonoxus.com right now to get that discount. Be quick, guys.
Because like, you know what, you don't want to miss out on a discount, and of course you don't want to be lonely if you want missing out on that discount. Because the only way, if you're not lonely, you gotta make new friends. Definitely you can go ahead and go to community gaming, because it is the ultimate platform offering esports competitions, professional and also automated payment solutions for a community. So you can join in tournaments with your friends, or actually coming in with and meeting new friends, or you can actually make a community out of it by making a tournament, because community gaming provides that solution. Yeah, then you can just go and visit at their website at communitygaming.io right now, because you know what are you guys waiting for? All games are open there, especially Mobile Legends.
Hey, not just that, right? Let's say you get into community gaming, you take to take part in a tournament, you become the MVP of the tournament. When you get to the MVP part, like you saw our previous MVP, Paquito, he looked absolutely great, you know, with that photo, with that pose, just striking down that smile, intimidating, looking dead in the eye. You want to look like that? You want to be MVP in the game? You got to be MVP in your photos as well. And how will you do that? With, of course, the new Techno Camon 40 series. Capture every victory with its incredible camera and flash snap. The feature that freezes the action in motion with precision and clarity. So you want to be a star, you got to become a star. How do you become a star? You become an MVP while in the game and also out of the game with the help of course, Techno Camon 40 series.
It really helps on to like how you become a content creator on your gaming phone also, and it helps you strive in the esports community. And of course, we like to grow our esports community with pulling in new viewers coming in, because we are at the end of the new code for the skin codes coming in. Finally, okay, it's a combination now. It's OSI80LQFA.
I'm gonna try it.
So guys, redeem your skins now. You gotta go fast, because you want to beat Kronos out of it, because he can't turn back time. He's going up and online right now, checking in on what he will get, because last time he got,
let's see
what magic dust. And right now, what skin? I want to know.
I'm trying. You got to read out the code too as well, you know. Guys, it's OSI80LQFA.
Okay.
Let's see what I get. Oh! I got 10 tickets.
Wow. Even
Bless
between
you.
that sneeze, you got a prize. What's the prize? I think that's summoned your prize.
I got 10 tickets, but I can definitely use those tickets to get the spin in the games. So at the moment, you want to make sure you get the discount, take part in tournaments, and also be an MVP in your photos while you're getting the skins by redeeming the code. But on that note, on wanting to play the game, I want to go play some games as well. I want to rank up. It's the beginning of the season. I want to make sure I test out the new patch. I want to play Kalea. I don't know about you, Vey, but I want to go home. But at the same time, this is my chance to say goodbye. So Kronos is going to be out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Alongside me, of course, the lovely Vey. As Vey, you got your final message before you go off.
Of course, we have a little bit of holiday, but again, full-blown action pack. You guys can see a lot more MLBB later on, and we will be seeing you guys in week number 4 later in April for MPL LATAM Season 3. So don't miss it out. We'll still be here with you guys, and I'll be signing out too. Bye-bye.
Kronos and Vey out of here. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.